for that.
Start a cult with me.
And we are live, coming to you from a secret hidden location in a volcano lair in southern Sri Lanka. This is the if looks could kill. This is Dirty Kenzo Productions. This is Convos, brought to you by Dirty Kenzo Productions, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 24. Don't forget, this is entertainment. That will be one of our starting topics, of course, and then we'll divulge into the usual insanity as always. Before we go any further, I have to thank my in-house co-host. Let her introduce herself right here, the one and only Queen Kells, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
That low-ass hello. We're still waiting for our other co-host, Pamela. She's running just a few minutes behind. She will be here shortly. Hope everybody is having a good one. Once again, Convos with Murph Kells and Pamela J. We talk about the shit nobody else wants to. Critical thinking and common fucking sense. As rare as that is anymore. Salute everybody. As you could tell, there is a parental advisory warning on this show. We might blow your mind, so make sure you put down a tart. You don't want to make a mess. We give a not safe for work warning. We curse, smoke, and talk a whole lot of shit. And once again, this is brought to you by Dirty Kenzo Productions. All content creators, make sure you guys are dropping your links or any content creators you know of that pop in the chat, their links as well. You guys are pretty good with that anyway. I'm going to let Queen Kells say anything she wants to say. Anything, I'm going to let her promote our Sunday show while I scroll back to say hellos in the chat. So why don't you, Queen Kells, before we get the show started, why don't you tell everybody what we do here on the Dirty Kenzo Sunday mornings?
I listen to oldies and smoke.
What's the name of the show?
Oh, nostalgic breakfast.
Nostalgic breakfast Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on the Dirty Kenzo. Oldies, coffee, killer bud, and the best live chat around. Once the phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get through our little open monologue here. We'll get through our opening monologues here and things like that. And then, I'll say phone lines are open. Once I say that, feel free to click that link you see here in that pinned comment and join the combo. Don't forget to like, sub, and share, it was supposed to say. Oh, yeah, sub if you haven't, and share. And I appreciate everybody who checks in with us. Number one, Queen Kels. Hold on, we got someone knocking on the old Kenzo door. Could it be one of the best co-hosts in the world, Pamela J, ladies and gentlemen?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
I can.
Roger that.
Roger that.
We sure can, Renee Bouvier.
I'm like, how's she even gonna pull that off? She doesn't sound different.
No, she did it last night too. She said, "What did you say last night?"
I said my name was what was
It's
it?
like
Ethel or Hazel?
Hazel. She said Hazel last night, and the way she said it, I didn't even know it was her. Then she's talking, and I'm like, "That's fucking Pam."
I know. I can't
even realize it.
I think he did. I think he was playing along.
Way after the
No,
fact,
you could kind of tell it was Pammy right
know
away because she was like,
you can't disguise your voice for long. Like I can't disguise my voice, and I'm like, I was just playing along. I think it's cute that he allows.
Yeah, he played around with it for a little bit.
Yeah,
that was good.
He puts that screen up. Hey, everybody. Good evening to everybody.
Number one, Queen Kels, Deucey, salute. German lady, great to see you, Pammy, as always, sis.
Of course. Same to you,
Donnie, numero 4 on the like. Hope to catch some of your live Murph, Kels, and Pammy. Got some issues going on right now, so maybe in the bushes. Well, we're sending you good vibes, good love. We're sending love and prayers to the JMS, sister of the channel and great friend to all of us. She's dealing with some stuff right now. I talked to her yesterday because I was like, hey, it's not like JMS to miss one nostalgic, let alone two. So I'm like, hey, lady, what is going on? I just, I care. So I wanted to reach out. And
that's
she's,
so nice.
Nothing like life-threatening or earth-shattering, but she's just going through some shit. So we send some good vibes to her. Of course, Dawn as well.
Prayers up for her and hope she'll
That's
get through this rough patch.
Mrs. Ivy. Oh, it's crazy, I'll tell you. Chucky Bills, what up? Thursday is in the building. Great to see you. But yeah, I see a lot of people are going through shit. It's crazy. Haley said Kenzo Coke, gotta sleep, but have a great live. We appreciate you, Haley. Checking in before you go to bed.
So nice.
Miss Sharonda's in the building. Yeah, I've been seeing all this fucking bullshit and salute KT, even when he was talking about, yesterday and a little bit today, and salute Derek. It's just that a lot of people are really going through it right now, with the internet. And I think people forget it's entertainment. So that's what we're going to speak on some tonight. Brother
Richie.
Mrs. Bobbiana. If a comment would ever come back up. But yeah, I just, I get it because I've been saying this to like MWO, Angel, and then the guys that are coming to King Troll now. I go to some of their lives, Mrs. Bobbiana, Sue, and I'm like, listen, I did have feelings. I did care about this shit. Like, take this word of advice. Don't get yourself that invested. Palato. I used to be in the middle of everybody's bullshit. I knew with every fucking juicy detail of every argument, and it was like, for what? It didn't benefit me any. Half those people turned tail and ran the second I had an issue. Ladybug, salute, welcome in. Just me, Sue, in the building. Great to see you again, Sue. Do you know what I mean? It's like the people who rode for me, the ones who, I don't hold ill will towards anybody, but it's like, I was really putting my fucking neck or name, whatever you'd like to call it. I was really putting that on the line for people a lot. You know what I mean? And it was like, it didn't benefit me any. I have the same sub count as other people. that didn't do it.
That's what
Well,
happens when you go
do
for
you? I
people you
mean,
don't
I'm not.
know.
I mean,
None of us know each other around here to
I don't
vouch
know.
anything for anyone.
Speak a little
Yeah, I don't go. I don't go to King Trolls as much because my work has just been like really, really busy, and I can't get in as much as I used to. I do know I went in the other night, and I thought KT was talking. It was his voice, and he was talking about somebody saying the N word again, and blah blah blah. And come to find out, it was a fucking replay. Excuse my French. Sorry. It was
Oh,
a
so you're thinking it
replay.
was something new. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, oh my God, not again. I like type in the chat, oh my God, not again. What's going on? And then, and I told him too, I think it was yesterday or whenever I was talking to him, I said, listen, I looked at the avatar and I'm like, that's an old avatar. And I said,
That happens there too. People will be like, oh, did this guy say the N word again? And it's like, this is 3 years old, people. Calm down.
I know. And I mean, poor
Sue, I did see King Troll's video of the cat watching the war. I got to check yours out. Sue does edits and stuff, and she did one of KT and Angel winning some troll awards.
Oh my
and
gosh.
then KT now has a short of a cat watching that video. So it's like meta. It's pretty cool.
That's so funny.
But yeah,
no,
Tam Tam is in the building.
Hey, Tam Tam. No,
You know,
I was
just
like, I had to
checking
like
out
say,
comments.
I just had to say like, oh shoot, you know, and then try to recover from, I'm using air quotes, poor Tommy D, but meaning I was like, are they saying it again after all of this? And it was a freaking replay.
That's just the trolling on the Instagram, you know.
Yeah, so I'm just like, you know, I'm like you, I hold no ill will against anybody unless they've like, you know, I mean, if I don't associate with you, I just don't associate with you, and there's got to be a reason. So it's basically that way. But when you're on the troll channel, you never know how somebody's going to take something. So it's best
for sure
just best to keep your damn mouth shut. Because
100%, and you know that's that is what happens too, though, and people are going to be divided, and people are going to feel, you know, especially when it comes to race relations, you're going to have some people that feel. You know, they're going to be some people that feel white people don't belong in the conversation, and they're not wrong to feel that way. You know what I mean? I think it's anti-progressive or unprogressive, I guess, improgressive, whatever the word may be. But it's to make real change, we can't shun people. We have to be able to try to educate. Because I've always stated this. I think a lot of the N-word we've seen at King Troll is ignorance more than hatred. Stupidity and ignorance more than actual hatred. Like, to me, a racist with hatred is someone that cannot be around a person of a different color. The sight of them boils their blood. They have to that's like the hatred racism. When you have ignorant racism, that's someone that believes stereotypes, falls for the rope-a-dope. You know what I mean? So it's, to me, there's always been those two different levels. They come from the same base. But they're
you're always going to, it's a slippery slope when you're dealing with people online and you want to discuss very, very sensitive subjects, right? So for me, I always preface it with, in my experience or in my opinion. I'm not comparing it to what you've been through.
Exactly.
I'm just voicing my experience. And I think that some people just don't listen.
I think telling people what they can and can't talk about online is fucking stupid. To tell anybody they can't have an opinion, it's like, then you can't have you know what I mean?
Right.
I understand. And if we're having these conversations in a social environment, that may change a little bit, where I go, yo, you need to take a step back and let brother speak. You know what I mean? Online, ain't no, like King Troll said this, I believe yesterday or today, ain't nobody's hands fucking clean that goes to that page. And what we mean by that is everybody's been in at least an argument. Everyone's gotten at least cocky, had a disagreement with someone online.
That's not true.
But no, there's been a few things you've threw little jabs, and I'm saying no one's hands are fully clean. Is just what I mean by that. If no one comes in, says salute, roses, and leaves. Do you know what I mean? People are in the shit.
Not true again.
All right, so one person, you're the outlier. You want to stop defining the point here?
No.
I'm just.
That is the point.
I don't think. I mean, maybe I don't know. Like, to what degree is probably more.
And I only mess with certain people, like Deuce, you, shit like that.
Oh, yeah,
I don't go in there fucking with other people because, not to sound mean, but I don't give a fuck what's going on.
And you don't want to be.
Whatever happened on your shit is what happened on your shit. That's not what I'm.
What's up, Tabar? Pammy, go ahead and finish what you were saying.
No, I was just going to say it's to what degree. You know, sometimes things can be nipped in the bud like really quick if you clarify something.
Yeah, no, it does. It takes.
Where I've like, and you and I have talked about this before. Like, you're laughing at something, and somebody's like, "Oh, you think that's funny?" And you're like, "No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at that, or whatever."
Yeah, I've been through that shit.
But there's some other stuff.
Or the chat's having a different convos in the panel. Exactly. The panel's reading the chat's comments and thinking this is about what they're talking about.
How many times does that happen?
Every fucking show.
Or the content creator doesn't realize there's the delay.
Yeah.
So they're like, right or wrong, I don't take shit from nobody. And you're like, right. And then they're like, right or wrong, I'm an asshole. And you're like, wrong. And they're like, right? You said right? I'm like, no, you're delayed. I was answering the first question. That was for the first question, I swear. Lotus is in the building.
Hey, Lotus. Yeah, you learn real quick. It's
the politics, and it's so funny because, like I said, when I see the new communities now, like I'm on here to network. That's what my brand is about. Like, I do my little bit of comedy, and if I could put my little comedy and we could collaborate, whatever you do and my comedy, beautiful. We could grow subs together. That's what YouTube's all about. But it's like I worried about all that stupid shit. Worried about people going on the same time as each other. Like, we thought about that. Now I'm like, you know what? Go live when I go live. Let the fucking people pick. And if no one comes to my live and everyone goes to yours, tough shit. I'm not on here for I'm not on here to be, just for the people watching. You have to do content for yourself.
No, see, I'm the opposite. I'm not on here for none of that.
Tam, that's a great point. Or when you're behind in the live.
I was gonna point. That's what I was gonna point out.
That's such a good one. You're like answering questions in 15 minutes.
How many times have you told me, bro, in the live? You say, Pammy, refresh your screen.
Pammy, refresh. Pammy, catch up. Yep. Go. That'll happen all the time. Like, Pammy, you're behind. I do it with Tam. Tam will be like, no, King Troll, we love you. I'm like, wait, he was talking about that. Like, I'm like, Tam, I think you might be a little behind. He was talking about a few minutes ago.
I know. And see, some people that are
Salute, Ladybug. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
salute, P3.
Some people would take that like offensively, but I'm like, oh, thanks, dude. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, and I think that's a big fucking issue we have as well. Like, people take everything the fuck offensive.
I know, right?
Like, I've seen things in the last few days even where I'm just like, bro, you're mad at this guy because he said, can we not argue? Like, shit like that. You know what I mean? Can we be civil on this panel? I'm not your friend anymore. Wait, what? Like, I could have swore we're not 10. Yeah, but, sometimes people they get too invested in this shit. It's supposed to be fun. Like, I go in the troll page. I laugh at myself being a jackass. I laugh at other people being a jackass. And I log off. And when I log off, I'm enjoying time with my wife. We're watching TV either with my kid or together. You know what I mean? Like, living regular life still. And I feel like sometimes people don't fucking live life. Like, when I ain't even going to sugarcoat it. You're stuck on your fucking phone. Go outside and touch grass or go to your room and touch ass. But your ass is stuck on the fucking phone too much.
Well, yeah, and that's true. And you'll find that the ones that they like doing it because they can be in disguise. They're not going to be the people that would ever say shit to your face, okay? They're the ones that will do it behind the keyboard and
Chuck, my bro.
They're just engrossed in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's exactly. It engulfs your life. It's easy. It's like, why do you think the fucking the Matrix metaphor is used? Because if you watch those movies, it is what it is. You're plugging in. Like, the only difference is you're opening your phone as compared to jacking in the thing in the back of your head. That's the only difference. But it is, you could be anybody you want.
Hey,
You can,
PT.
there's things like that.
Well, the thing about it is too, is that, I mean, I'm on it a lot.
Thursday
I
is
mean,
on
I
point.
think like I'm on it a lot. What did Thursday say?
Not dropping links and shit, I mean.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm on it a lot, but sometimes, sometimes you're just playing it in the background and you're doing other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might not
Yeah.
see somebody in the chat.
That's what drives me nuts the most about this, like, fake loyalty shit that people want, Pam, because it's like most of it, like, I understand if you're unemployed or your wife works, you're home all day with the kids, and I understand you being online, but the people who work, we can't. So you can't expect me to be at every single one of your lives. Me and Kelly work.
I know.
I'll stop in. I'll drop that like. I'll say, hey, guys, salute. I hope you guys have a good stream. Like, you're getting more than you should. I shouldn't even I should just skip right over your notification. But at least I stop in, I drop a like, I drop a comment, and wish you a good show. To me, that's
nothing. If we're having like a date night or something and you're bitter because I'm not in there, I don't care.
Yeah.
How about that? I don't give a fuck. And I'm still not coming. How about that? And I'm taking back my likes since you want to be.
Garrett said, YouTube is supposed to be a hobby too, where we share our interests and connect with others and fun. YouTube is not real life. It's out there. People take YouTube way too serious. That's so true.
They make it their whole life instead of
so true.
Well, that's what we
Aaron, salute, darling.
Hey, Aaron.
This guy right here, everybody, Charles Smith. This is my boy Chuck. I met Chuck in the first sector I was in, the Eagles football sector. This is one of my oldest YouTube friends right here.
Where is he? Where? Who?
I have him on screen right now, Charles Smith. You might remember him, Pam. He was here. You were here when he was here.
Hold on.
One of my friends from the Eagles community. It was Chuck, Mike. You met a few of those guys before.
Yeah.
Lotus says YouTube should be fun. I love the streams when we're laughing our butts off. And Lotus, that's why every time we come on, we try to provide that. Like, there's been times in the past where I was in my feelings and I came on and acted an asshole, and it was a worthless live. You know what I mean? There've been them, but I kind of realized that isn't what I wanted to represent me and move. I don't want that fucking energy. Like, if I'm on here and I got to be mad, then what's the point? Like, even the people I don't like, if I go to a show and someone I don't like is on the panel, I'm not leaving. I still like other people there.
Exactly. I'm on here for one reason, and that's entertainment.
Exactly. That's all.
Whether it be in somebody's live and I'm in their chat or a content video, because, I mean, see, a lot of people seem to forget that's what YouTube originally was anyway. You was watching other people's content, and then when you were able to go live and be in chats, now it seems like that's all you think YouTube is for, and that's not what it was for.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Because
it's not supposed to be that. You're supposed to go watch my video that I dropped or whatever have you when you get a chance to, but it's not to, you're not my friend anymore because you didn't make it in when I started my live.
Yeah.
You wasn't the first one to say hello.
Do people really
you know what I mean?
hit that up? Do people?
They're still, I'm still hearing conversations. I'm still hearing conversations over time slots.
Oh my God.
And
yes, but that's because, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, it looks like some of the newer ones are making that an issue on purpose.
I don't know if it's on purpose.
Like they
might not
see
know
other people
maybe they're playing around with
they go on those times. I guess thinking they're going to divert people or something like that. But we were there first, so it's not like you're just making it a nuisance now.
People have real life things to attend to, and that's what I used to say. Someone would come in, Lotus. Like, I'll use you for example, Lotus. Someone would come in and be like, "Hey, Murph, sorry I can't stay. My kid's in the hospital." I'm like, what the fuck are you saying sorry for?
Yeah.
Like, by all means.
It's just like I told my family you guys will never ever take precedence over my family. Yeah. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but honestly, I don't give a fuck.
I had one
100% true. 100%.
I had one live a while ago where the kids came in and it was like hectic. I ended the live right the fuck away. Like they're there. If I got canceled, quote, cancel, who's going to be there? My family. If I get kicked off YouTube, who's going to be there? My family. So you have to have those bonds strengthened.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, what is it all for when all
said and done? About that, I get it.
when all is said and
Love that
done,
sign thoughts are a joke. It's a fact. And I get it because, like, me, Barn, Tommy, everyone knows Quinn. We all went through some shit back in the day over it.
Yep.
And that's so funny because I'm like,
I think my time slot was the only one that wasn't argued over.
but things were different then.
Because who's doing anything Thursday at 7 o'clock?
True, but things were also different then. King Troll came on every day at 6 o'clock. I came on every day at 4:20.
And KT usually
So it was
came
like
on after mine.
4:20. It was like 4:20 all the way to when King Troll ended. You could have the channels going. You know what I mean? So it was like, other than that, of course, you don't want to, when you share subscribers, you obviously don't want to have to separate them. I want everyone to be able to enjoy themselves, not be separated between, multiple lives. Or
I mean, I've heard KT on panels say, "Oh, Murph's getting
Ladybug, we speak freely here, Ladybug. The only thing we don't like is hate speech. Other than that, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, if you're coming at somebody, that's something different.
As we always say,
you're allowed to speak your opinion.
We talk about the shit no one else wants to, and if that makes other people mad that we talked about something they didn't want us to, then go fuck yourself.
Pretty much. Sit on it and rotate.
Oh,
kindly turn around 360, turn another 180, and go fuck yourself.
Don't give a fuck.
But it's just like you see, when you catch me on a panel, I'm up there just trying to make jokes. Or sometimes I'm trying to kick a little knowledge, blah, 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 blah. Most times I'm up there making jokes. And if I'm making jokes and the conversation is steering towards a little more serious, I humbly and respectfully leave the fucking panel. What is this addiction with people and being on fucking panels to do nothing?
Thank you. I was just wondering that myself. Why are you decorating somebody else's panel?
They're all catching themselves in the middle of mad drama and beef when there's this amazing fucking button that says leave.
Yeah. Literally, that's what it says.
And guess what? If you're the content creator, it says end. Mm-hmm. One push, and guess what? All of it disappears. I don't have to say anything bad about anybody because I can hit leave. Well,
actually, if you're a content creator and you ain't got shit to say and you hit the live button, that speaks for itself.
But it's driving me fucking crazy.
Do not hit that button again. You don't belong doing it.
I go to multiple channels and the same people are paneling up to do nothing, to add nothing to the conversation, to do nothing.
Yeah, I don't get that.
What is the fucking stop? Because
Wasn't
then someone
it back in the day that there was a thing where people would say
we get the fuck off.
You don't go up on someone's panel just to sit there.
Panels.
Because I mean, what do you really do?
I mean, what would they gain from doing that?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. What do you gain from just sitting there?
I think they're just sitting there to wait to maybe have somebody else come up that might, and then start shit.
Well,
I've seen people sitting there almost the whole time. Yeah. I mean, I've left.
I think there's different reasons. Number one, Crownly, it's a grasp for attention.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
Straight the fuck up. Think of the biggest panel whores you know. Why? They do it. Why? They need constant attention.
True.
You're talking about somebody else. Let me interject myself into this, even though it hasn't happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
You got robbed. I bet I'll get robbed next. Wait, what, motherfucker? You need the attention on you. That I didn't ask what would happen to you. I'm telling you what happened to me.
Well, that's just like the people that have
Minster in the building. Where you been hiding?
Kind of the same.
Minster's
it's like, let me tell you what happened to me, but I didn't ask. I'm talking about what happened to me. Not what happened to you.
I've said it. My dad would murder half these people.
Oh yeah.
On YouTube.
Oh yeah. They get their feelings hurt and won't come to talk back.
The second you say me too to my dad, like if he says, hey,
oh yeah,
I found $100 bill, and I remember when I found $100. I didn't fucking ask. Like he doesn't care.
Like, oh, he doesn't like you to one up him or anything?
Yeah, he don't like that Mr. Me Too shit. He does not.
He's never been.
I'm not a fan of it either. Like when I was young, I kind of did it a little bit.
Comparing stories is one thing, but if you have a follow up to every time I say something about a life experience I have, I don't even want to hear it.
It's exactly what I was going to say.
Because I think you're making it the fuck up now.
Sometimes it's always that person does it all the time. All the time.
You know?
Yeah,
exactly what I'm talking about in real life.
Yeah,
does that all the fucking time.
For sure, but that's what I'm saying. If someone does it once in a while, it doesn't really bother you at all. It's the person that
it's the one that does it all the time. That's like, you know what? Say one more fucking word, and I'll karate chop you right in his throat.
Say one more again.
Sharonda is right. I can tell the ones that plan these schemes behind the scenes.
Oh, that's so fucking.
I know. It's like they think you can't tell that shit.
It's more clear than water at that point.
I am so over people on YouTube thinking they're smarter than other people on fucking YouTube.
There's
wow,
nobody,
you know how to put two buttons that I don't. You NORAD hacker. You're just gonna fucking hack a nuclear bomb, aren't you?
There's nobody smarter than KT.
I see. I've never. That's why I like KT. That's why I keep my content a certain.
There's some stuff.
What I'm saying, the giving. King Troll has never said, "Fuck you." I ain't telling you how to do that.
Yeah.
When honestly, the same as no free promo hit the Cash App.
Really
that same energy, the same energy as no free promo hit the Cash App would be, you're my competition. I'm not teaching you shit.
Figure it out.
That's the same energy. There's nothing wrong with that. You're my competition. I ain't teaching you shit.
Why am I going to teach you to surpass
But that's not
me?
how King Troll.
But he doesn't do that.
I understand his mind frame. He has the mind frame.
He's got so much other shit going on. He just does this for fun. He does this fucking for fun. He's got so much other shit. But he is, if there's sometimes I'm in chat and there's a lot of stuff going on the panel.
Nephew.
Salute,
nephew.
I think to myself, oh God, I hope he saw that. I hope he saw that. And
sure he doesn't miss shit.
He don't miss shit. Not miss a fucking beat. I don't care if he, whatever. Yep. But yeah, no.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you have certain people that are that way. That I have the cheat sheet. And I'm not going to share it. Like that. Why? Then don't fucking bring up that you got the cheat sheet. Do your own thing. Separate from the community. Because when you're a part of community, you have to sacrifice. Mm-hmm. It's just, you don't get to take the fucking free ride every day. Sometimes you got to take the fucking scenic route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. People want to be king shit. You can't be king shit if you can't keep the title. Number one, you got to be able to go all the time, not sit on a panel and talk shit over people or read comments in the chat or beg for a co-host. Like you to be king shit, come on here for 2-3 hours by yourself.
He does it. And he does it all the time.
There's so many different rules, so many different paths. How many people on here say, there's nothing wrong with a 12-hour live. It gets your views and your watch hours. And sure it does. But if I had a bundle. I'm not
wasting 12 hours of my life for that.
When I hustled, if I had a bundle in my pocket, I didn't hand it away for free.
Yeah.
Sometimes you give a sample. You give a sample, and that's what it is.
It's like you said before, going live is supposed to be a treat.
It used to be a treat. Mm-hmm.
That's what it's actually supposed to be for, because otherwise I'm sick of fucking looking at you.
Live chat, can I get a hallelujah?
Like, what in the ever loving hell? I don't mind watching the video if you drop it or something like that, because all I got to do is listen to that. But in the chat and you're on a panel, I got to participate now, which means I now have to split my focus from what I was doing between whatever I'm doing and your chat.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a choice, bottom line.
Yeah. You can't always do that.
And that's the thing.
If you want to watch it and don't participate in the chat, just stay behind the scenes or don't even click on it.
For sure. What's King Troll say? Don't go on the panel. Don't go in the live chat. I would say to people, like most times, don't go on the panel. And
exactly, Tommy D. Nobody forces you to go to this channel. That's what I agree with him 100%.
Remember, nobody forces you to go to
exactly.
Facts. Tommy, salute Tommy D, my guy. That's a fact, Tom. No one puts a gun to your head. And that's also, Tom, what we're talking about. Sometimes the people that it's like they catch an attitude because you should be forced to go to my chat. Like, wait a minute, bro.
Yeah,
like Tommy D, single father, 2 kids. You're lucky this motherfucker got a time to jump in your chat.
Tommy D, you need to panel up. You've never paneled up with me on the panel.
Oh, see that, Tommy?
What'd she say?
She said you never paneled up with me, Tommy.
Oh,
but yeah, it's just
Tommy.
When I see Tommy, that's what I try to do with Tommy. I don't try to tell him shit. I just try to remind him, Tom, you've been through this. You've been through a lot of
And
this
he
shit.
has.
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
Tommy just forgets sometimes some of the lessons he learned until
we all make mistakes.
We all
We're
do. We all need to be
nobody's
reminded,
perfect.
right?
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Exactly.
See, I think that it's just there's a lot of fucking grade school bullshit on here. Like,
There still is.
if you can't come into if you come into a live chat and we're like right now we're kicking the shit, it's fine, whatever. But if you come in and we're on a specific topic, like we're talking about Harriet Tubman, we're getting very in depth. Like we all fucking studied for this, and then you come in
research for this.
But then you come in and you're like, Victor Coco, you're an asshole. Like, bro, why are you derailing the whole show?
Yeah.
Like,
and obviously you're mad at them already.
We have
so why
places,
are you bringing
but
that
we
here?
have places for that.
Exactly my point. Why are you bringing that here?
That's all I ever ask people. Like, look, I don't even be civil. Either fucking ignore each other, or I just don't like when it's one person blowing the fucking chat up and the other person's not even answering them.
Yeah,
like,
now you just look like you're just.
You look like you're bullying the wall.
For real.
You're bullying a lamp.
There's
nobody's responding.
There are. You already know what my trigger points are when it comes. You know me well enough to where I'm going to get off track if somebody gets out of line and is racist against somebody or talks ill of somebody's parent. People that have passed or children.
Yep.
Those are the major things that I will not tolerate with people. I don't care if I know you or not.
Yep.
That it's not okay with me.
Haas, I'm getting there, brother. I'm almost fully baked. I'm half baked. No, I mean, listen, I always keep it 100 on here. There's really nothing that offends me personally. Like, there's nothing someone could say online to hurt my feelings. Like, I had a page called Hard to Offend on Facebook where we were trying to offend each other every day.
And it was the exact name.
Exactly. That was the name of the page.
Actually, they took it more as a challenge, so they tried to offend.
People were trying to offend me. But it's like, I get offended. I get offended for other people. If you drop the N-word, I'm not black, but I get offended because I have black friends, black family, and I don't like that.
We know that it causes problems for other people.
When you call someone FAG, I'm not gay. That doesn't hurt my feelings, but I know gay people, and that part I don't like. Right. Calling a woman a whore or a cunt. That's what I get offended for other people. I don't really get offended for myself.
That don't bother me. To call me a see you next Tuesday. But say it to my face. I bet you won't.
I always tell everybody this. You have to remember.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Yep.
Yep. Hey, you got to be able to say it around kids without saying the word. They catch on. So see you next Tuesday.
Kels is like
next Tuesday. Yep.
Yep. You know what? I've learned
or you could use another key day like Thursday or something. No, don't, because we have a Thursday. So never mind. Tuesday is good.
Ivy, good night, darling. Appreciate you.
Good night,
Ivy. Have a good night, honey. Love you.
Donnie made it back.
Oh, she's coming to Philly on Thursday.
I seen. I'm excited for her.
Minster's with me, girl. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Like I mean, and it's even shown.
A lot of acronyms.
I don't really get offended.
You do, Kels. You do.
People try coming at me. They come at Kels like, "Oh, you're skinny." Like, I fuck her because she's skinny. Stupid. Like, I married her because she was skinny. Your skinny wife. Yeah, that's why I married her. She wasn't fat.
Dude, tell me something I don't know. Like what?
It's just.
Let us know what happened.
My thing is, no one really attacks me when they want to. They always go at Kells. They go at Barnes. They go at Tommy.
Think that's going to say.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. But people know.
You don't get offended that you will.
That I do get
about someone you care about.
But as I always say, you got to be able to detach it.
But
you got to be
at the same token, you have to.
Words are worthless unless you give them power. So I have to give you the power to offend me.
Basically, if I don't trust your opinion and like sitting right here, why the fuck do I care what you say?
And that's what I always say. I can detach my brain from. I can respect you like my God, and turn that fucking switch off immediately if I'm disrespected.
Yeah.
So if my own mother was like, "Fuck your kids," I could turn it off that it doesn't hurt my feelings because I could be like, what?
See, I can turn it off, but in the back of my head, I will get you.
Yeah. But see, with me, I'll be like, oh, wow, so this person was an undercover piece of shit.
Yep.
I can let that go. Okay, no problem. It
cost me a few bantering words. Yep. Okay, that's how much it took me to realize you're a piece of shit. Gotcha.
Yep. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's. I mean, as few words as possible that don't make you look like an idiot for even replying to them is the best way to go.
People don't realize
really?
that shit either.
Oh,
they go,
really?
they're on the panel, they're like, you're losing. I'm like, we're all losing, bro. We're all losing.
Rhonda, you're the only one that's supposed to love it.
When you sort of agree with people when they insult you or like, wipe it, flip it off your shoulder, they're just like, they don't, some of them don't know how to take it and they'll leave.
No, not at all.
Oh, no. A lot of people definitely can't dish what they try to serve.
That's one of my troll tactics. I'll say something. I go, oh, am I that? That's what I am.
Like,
you're really good at it, Murph. You are. You're good at it.
Shit like that.
Because like I said, I can take it to different levels. Like that's what everyone goes, oh, you're an intellectual troll. I'm like, you don't know the real Murph. Like I'm trying not to be that guy, but I would probably be told not to come back. Like
I didn't nickname him Google Murph for nothing.
Yeah. But like when I get angry, I start saying like, I'll kill your grandmother. I start saying shit like that. So that's why I don't like getting angry. Because I say dumb, weird shit.
I have been called to see you next Tuesday much. I know, but
there's such a disconnect people don't realize with that word because we have UK friends here. I was telling people that the other day.
You took the words out of my mouth. It's very
I said it the other day, though. I'm like, in fucking UK, they use cunt like we use fuck.
Now.
They use cunt like we use fuck in America.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
So if
you cunting bastard and shit like that.
If Haley, Becky, any of our UK friends go, shut up, you cunt. That doesn't hurt your feelings the same as if Americans say it.
Exactly, because I know that's what they use all the time.
And I was saying that yesterday because someone had called the girl Dutch a Nazi. And I said, listen, guys, in America, I tried to explain to a few of the people from Europe, like, listen, I understand what you're saying. Just let me, in some kind of defense here, we Americans throw that around way easier than Europeans do. Mm-hmm. Granted, it happened there. So
because
that means,
for us, it's supposed to be a dagger at you.
Yeah.
When you say it, there's a reason you're saying it.
But Europeans know the pain. So when you say that, they're like, oh my God, you think I would be responsible for 6 million debt? Like they go to that because they've seen it. It was drilled in their heads more. We only seen it a few times a year. Exactly. So do you know what I mean? It's like, I get that. I tell people that, look, if you're calling somebody like a German, a Nazi, like nowadays, that's like calling their mother a whore. That's like the most offensive thing you can say because of the background. Like I said, in America, we throw that shit around like it's nothing.
I'm just wondering why that's the first thing that comes to their mind. Like,
I mean, as an American, I am very cautious not to use that word, Nazi, at all.
Mm-hmm. There's words. I think there's words all of us, I've been working on it for years. And in anyone online that wants the panel, you got to work on it. You got to get rid of those words. Anything that's negative. If you say the N word, if you say the F word.
Not me, fuck y'all.
But I'm just saying, like, if you have that quote bigot, if you want to be on here, you got to get rid of it. You got to get it out of your vocab.
Ladybug says I was called a whore. Like, oh my God.
When I slipped up, but Pammy, when I slipped up talking and I'd like, this is just for context. I'm not using this word again. Actually, I won't even. The C word for Asians. I said it before.
Yeah.
And right away I said, fuck, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that word out of my vocabulary.
Exactly.
I apologize to any of the Asian community. I was on a podcast and I was hitting a vape and I started coughing and said, look at me coughing like a FAG. Now, why one does my brain automatically?
But in Europe, that's what they use.
But automatically, my brain says that word instead of saying sissy, bitch, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, why link it to a gay person?
You got to retrain.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like you have to retrain your brain to be like, if I want to make it anywhere on here, I obviously don't need a clip ostracizing a percentage of my possible viewership.
I think because of me, I've had so many Jewish friends and I work with a lot of Jewish people that I try to make sure I don't. And I've taken it out of my mind a long time ago.
Yeah. Linda Salute says, I'm trying to take the comment off and it's jumping all over the fucking place. I'm trying to highlight Linda's comment and then pop it back off, but it was just different.
Linda love.
All right, Minster. Yeah, I know it was stupid. All right. She said FAG coughs different. That's funny. Ladybug, here's a piece of advice I've been giving people. Fuck Discord. That's what everyone's like, oh, that. I'm like, yo, I ain't even going to fuck on
I've
Discord.
never ever been there. Don't want to
Do y'all
go there.
really expect good things to happen from a place called Discord? I mean, think about it. Come on.
No one really thinks about that. That's a great point. It's Discord. It's supposed to be fucked up.
Exactly.
Actually, it's actually a gaming place. So you ain't supposed to be on there having full combos anyway.
Well, no,
You're supposed to be gaming with other people
That's Twitch.
together.
That's Twitch.
Oh, actually, Discord was
No,
gaming
yeah, but
at
Discord,
first too.
no, Discord
Just
is,
like OnlyFans was for music, not the sex shit
well,
everybody does.
it was for anyone with a business necessarily, but yeah. But no, Discord is basically a social media platform
now.
where you can message. There's a timeline.
But it
I
tells you,
have
if you
Instagram.
look Discord up, Google tells you that it was originally used for gaming, streaming, and shit like that.
I had
and
Twitter.
other gamers to play with each other.
What is
and
that
do
other
stuff
place?
together.
What is that other place called? Where all the shit goes down and the chat rooms and stuff like that.
Oh, Clubhouse?
Clubhouse.
Yeah. What about
Yeah, I
that?
never did that either. I don't
never
think-
done
That
it.
seems corny
To
as
me,
hell, too.
the Clubhouse seemed played out almost because
It's like you got to invite specific
No, we do that here
people,
already.
though, either. Yeah, but you can't invite specific
Yeah.
people here unless it's word of mouth or
Mhm.
IM or DMing them or on another app to let them know. On Clubhouse, you physically got to put their name in before they can come into the chat.
Oh,
So
yeah,
really, how's anybody you don't know coming in?
But that's what
You
I'm
know what
saying.
I mean?
The
Like-
premise, the actual premise of it is literally the same thing we do here. You're paneling up.
Yeah, you're just not on the panel. You're just using audio clips of yourself.
Yeah, the same thing a lot of us do when we're cammed down. It's the same thing. You know.
It's just a very more selective audience.
But you know, it's just fucking Hollywood was trying to say, hey, don't use YouTube, use this one. We're all using it, and they fucking burn it in the ground like they always do.
Yeah.
That's what Hollywood's good for. You got all these stars, like think of
I
Whack
was going to
100.
ask you, what do you think about
Whack
your?
100. What's that?
I was going to say, what is your opinion on I know it's been in the media, Oprah and like The Rock doing a GoFundMe for Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of those are
I know a lot of
scams, man.
backlashes for that kind of stuff, and now you can only imagine probably the number of GoFundMes that are going to be scams and stuff like that. Yeah, I was just happy.
It's hard. You obviously want to try to, if you can, donate because people were greatly affected. I mean, the stories coming out of there are there's something fucked up going on.
Okay, so Ladybug said, no kidding. People have been asking me for a year to join. I'm not sure if she's talking about
Discord,
Clubhouse or Discord, but she said, so I did and discovered that's where mean bitches stroke each other's egos. Not for me. It works for those people, though.
I mean, hey, different strokes for different folks, for sure. You know, I mean,
and that's because whoever is on there, talking to each other, they obviously have the same mindset, which is obviously not your mindset.
I know people people on YouTube that use Facebook simulcast and use Facebook quite successfully. I left Facebook to come to YouTube, so you know what I mean.
You were dumb.
There's always different paths.
You left 50,000 people.
I lost it
to come nowhere.
But I lost it.
No, you lost it after. You left before that.
I got shadow banned before that.
I've never been on Facebook.
Never?
Never.
Wow.
We used to do a podcast on Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at other people's face. I mean, like, my cousin has her phone out and I want to see my cousins in Kentucky or whatever. I'll say, give me your phone. And I'll just go and look on hers. I don't have my own or ever.
See, I got locked out on my Facebook, but I don't care enough about it to try to get it back, because what happened was I got hacked somehow. And when I did try to verify to reestablish my Facebook, because I have like one of the oldest Facebooks there is, I made my account when we were all still on MySpace, for Christ's sake. So I had it for a long time and I have a lot of shit on there. But when it said it sent me the verification code, it didn't. So I'm assuming that whatever person went in there fucking with my shit changed the phone number, so they're getting my verification code, and I'm not. So I can't get the verification code. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
I still get on I still have access to my Facebook.
It was nothing but drama anyway.
Yeah, I go on it once in a blue moon. I haven't been on Twitter in so long. But I connected with people on there too, like Chuck that was in here. That's where we would talk on Twitter and shit like that. But I just like Instagram better. I think it's easier accessible than Twitter. Sometimes
Remember,
Twitter,
you're the
like,
one that talked me
you're
into
like, where the fuck is
Instagram.
my mailbox? You lose shit on Twitter.
Twitter is too much because too many people. I mean, if they're commenting on the one thread and you just got rid of it, everything's coming right back up again.
Mim's definitely been a bit. I hope you were missing time for regular or good reasons, nothing bad. But always a pleasure to see you.
A lot of people were asking. We were all asking about her in a chat not too long ago.
Because she's one of the fun-loving people we met.
Yeah, she's one of the sweethearts. Yeah, yep. For real. Oh, there's Honda.
I said that to Lotus the one day. I was saying it to Sharonda. I'm like, yo, we try to find the good people. Like, oh, you're a good person here. Here, come hang out with some other good people that ain't on here.
You could tell, like, you can immediately tell, like,
her man Bander from YouTube.
Hey,
call wind of some of the shit you was doing, huh?
Smart man. No,
busted.
Probably just needed a break.
Man's got busted.
Smart man.
I know. I told
man, put that shit back and tell him I'll listen to you.
He said, put that phone down and bring that ass over here, girl.
I'd have put him down.
No, but the thing about it is I was going to try to do like a 2-week or a month, what do they call it? A digital cleanse?
Yeah.
I never heard of this.
Signing off.
Just signing off. Just signing off, period.
Listen, they manipulated it in the last
like Linda does
5 years.
Linda does that like every April.
For Ramadan, yeah.
For like a whole month. I mean, she will still text us here and there, just let us know she's good and everything, but you don't see her in YouTube. You don't. If she tells you she's not going to be around, she's really not around.
Yeah.
You don't find her nowhere else sitting
now,
there.
They changed.
She's not.
Whether it be the algorithm or somehow the chemistry of our brains. I used to be able to disconnect a lot easier, and Kels could tell you that. It would be
because you build relationships with people.
I mean, that's what it is. I do have a lot, but even on Facebook, like the way I am on YouTube, I was similar on Facebook, but it was obviously not panels; it's comment sections. Right, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I was in a lot of comment sections. I was running a fucking successful meme, like 3 successful meme pages. Do you know what I mean? So I was kind of always busy. Kind of the same thing, but it would be like a point would come where I'd be like, I need a break. Whether it was something bad happened or not, it could just the one time it was something I was aggravated with everyone. I was like, I'm done. And I was off for like a month. The time after that, I was just like, I don't want to go on. I don't know what it was. Maybe just aging, changes of maturity. Or
maybe your mindset.
I got off that bitch for like 8 months. It was a while.
This don't even appeal to me anymore. It's kind of like how I get with YouTube sometimes. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I don't feel like going on.
You gotta find other things. You gotta have TV shows. Like if you're a young man, a young person, you gotta have video games. Like you gotta have a sport, a hobby.
Not too long ago, I used to say what? I hope YouTube crashes because there'll be a lot of pissed off motherfuckers that got nothing to do with their whole day if YouTube crashes.
I'm like, why don't I just cancel the cable, man?
And remember what it did for a few hours anyway?
YouTube is a substantial part of my day. Music, news. I get all my music from YouTube.
I'm on the phone constantly.
See, that's what I was saying. Like Kels, I meant to bring this up. I meant to say this earlier. Kels had brought it up, but she was saying like it ain't meant to be all live
all the time. Yeah,
and it's such a good point because it's like I know my subscriptions are super diverse. I subscribe to so much different shit.
Yeah,
that
you can be entertained.
I personally don't have to be in a live because I have sports, I have comics, I have movies, I have so much other shit I can watch. Now, if I had that, what if now I know there are people who aren't as diverse. So I could see how easily your whole feed could just become people's fucking live chats. Easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it also depends on how involved you get with other people.
I love it, Vince. That's great.
Shit, if my mans would have heard some of the shit that I've said on here, oh my God. Ooh,
I'm saying, look, Discord, I mean, I don't want to give it a bad rap either because it's the people, honestly. Just like every other site.
Everything else is.
Because like when Facebook first came out, Kelly was like, I want to get a Facebook. I was like, no, they're saying, because you got to remember, people were still on MySpace.
Yep.
So I'm like, MySpace is the same fucking thing. You don't need something special. They say it's like a fucking dating site on
I've never had
Facebook.
one of them
I
either.
took a
I've never.
2-week break off
She got
MySpace,
on
came back,
Facebook.
and nobody was the
She
fuck
got on
it. I had to go
Facebook,
back
and I
on
looked
Facebook.
at it, and I'm like, this is nothing like. And it's the people. Like, if you're in a if you're in a toxic community on any fucking
Yeah,
site,
you're constantly going to have.
you're going to be in it. You're on Discord, you're going to see the bullshit. You're on Facebook, you're going to see the bullshit. You gotta have to direct yourself where you go.
Lotus Clubhouse is kind of like this. It's just
that's great.
It's more like voice clips. You don't cam up, I don't think, but it's just you can hear the person's voice, and it's select people you can invite to said conversation. It's not like YouTube where anybody can pass your live and get in there.
Yeah. See, I didn't understand people who were leaving YouTube for Clubhouse.
Yeah, I didn't.
Like Whack 100.
Especially if your friends are still on YouTube. Guess what? Nobody's gonna.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like Whack 100 got pretty popular off Clubhouse. He was already popular. You know, he's games manager. He knocked stitches out. People remember all that. Okay. So he was already popular, but Clubhouse made him even more popular.
Oh, no, I don't use my TikTok either.
That was the people like it's people who don't go on YouTube that were doing that. That's different.
Yeah.
Whack 100 don't go on YouTube live on StreamYard. So Clubhouse, for him to be able to panel with 9, 12 different people, different combos, that's cool. That's an asset for him. But if you're on fucking YouTube, you can do it already.
The Honda's got 3,000. Wow.
Yeah. Her one of her videos went viral.
Oh, that's right. The bar. You know what? I looked at it last night. It was up to like almost 900,000.
Yeah. It's gonna hit 1 million.
It's gonna hit 1 million.
It's going to easily. She deserves it. Good for her.
She does, and she hit that.
Much fucking love as Honda's always showed for other channels. Honda used to piss me off with dropping links. Honda would piss me off with dropping links back in the day. I'm like, that motherfucker don't even support me. But she's supportive. She would drop every link she had. I'm like, I don't even know that person, Honda. I don't even like that person.
Until one day.
Yeah,
it'll probably if it keeps.
But look, Honda knows exactly what I'm speaking on. It's not so much jaded. You learn. We're not jaded. We're not like, oh my God, don't drop people's links. It gets you nowhere. We still drop links. We just don't drop everybody's fucking links because that gets you nowhere.
Yep.
I've been telling everybody
I told Lotus when me and Lotus were communicating. Yeah. You find the good ones, you cut the fucking cancer out, and you move forward with the good ones.
Yeah.
Now, granted, this cancer in this community will not die because it goes to another community and somehow comes back.
And they breathe it life, and then they come back again like we wanted them or something. But
for the most part, the people we said that we didn't want here anymore haven't been back. We've never associated with them again. That's how it's got to be. Well, if you gotta block them, so they disappear.
That we know of, they could come in as They could come in as somebody that we.
I've heard a few of them. The one that keeps forcing their way to say hi to me, and I'm hearing it's someone that don't like me.
Yeah.
See,
that's this guy's fucking sock page.
I don't drop their link. I don't go to their page. I don't give a fuck what kind of live you're doing. I don't care if you talk about me, so you're blue in the face.
Yeah.
I don't care.
We're scorned because we only trust so many people because we've been burned so many times.
Because we've been burned before, exactly.
And narratives and bullshit. How many fucking people out here still call A-Boy a scammer?
Yeah. Over some shit they don't even know about. They
have no fucking clue.
They still do?
There's still people that'll say that.
There's still people that talk all kind of shit and they still don't even know what the fuck happened.
The kicker of it all is I'm the only one that should be mad.
I know, isn't that right?
Not only one, a few people, not only. I don't want to say only because a few of the girls.
Oh my God. Oh, ladies.
But it's like, I gave this dude the fucking lump sum.
Honda said I would take it all back if I could because I definitely.
Ladies, I talk in the building. But like, I've heard people say that, oh, A-Boy, the scammer. I said this when it first happened. When that whole incident happened, he was never scamming people. He was biting the hand that feeds. There's a huge difference. Huge difference. Scamming means I'm stealing from you and lying. Biting the hand that feeds us, hey, I really do need this. I'm just not saying the smartest thing. Big difference.
Yeah.
And that's why I always defended him. And that's why me and him have always been super tight. Because I was the one that should have been mad, if anything, and I never was. I believed him at his word because I had no reason not to.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
He came with Quinn, someone who I always took at their word. I have no reason not to. To call someone a scammer because you think so, because he made some mean comments about that's
Or he
bullshit.
said one thing and did something
Then
else. So
fucking
what?
the
Why
narratives
are you tracking
You know
somebody
what?
else?
Once you give the money or whatever the contribution to somebody, it's their business what they
It's
fucking
not
do with
yours
it.
anymore.
It's not mine.
yours anymore.
It's not
Facts.
mine. Because if I was skeptical about it from the beginning, I would have never given it to you
I've
anyway.
been seeing people saying Tommy was beating money out of his Kensington trip. It's like, we were there. We watched the entire thing. We know
Yeah,
how much was donated and how much was spent. We know how much he came out of pocket with.
And you understand why the
He
honest
spent
people
the money.
don't
You know,
want
he went
to.
out of pocket
Yeah.
over every week.
The honest people don't want to be the ones in charge of the money because that it's a pain in the ass. It's inevitable
True.
that somebody's going to accuse you of doing something with the fucking money.
Yep.
Forget that crap.
That up. Mimster says if I'm in a chat and I don't like, excuse me. Excuse me.
Did you just sneeze?
Sneeze cough.
Oh, well,
Oh, God.
Mim said, if I'm in a chat and I don't like you, I will ignore you. I think it's the people that like to start trouble. Misery loves company. I couldn't agree more, Mim. That's exactly what it is. Like I said, I've had the issue most people are getting, the guy most people are getting an issue with now. I haven't liked for years. I make it well known. But we could be in the same fucking chat.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
know
know.
what
Listen,
you're
if I'm on a panel and he comes up, I respectfully leave because I'm not going to put myself in a predicament where I might have to fucking call somebody out.
You're not going to ruin somebody else's
It's
show.
not my place. It's not my show. And that's not how I roll. I think everyone needs to treat other content creators how they want to be fucking treated.
Yeah, there's only a couple of people that I just don't want to be associated with, and if they panel up, I just don't even really.
I just
I don't
respectfully
want to hear.
leave.
Yeah,
There's only like a handful
They can
that
be-
I
they can
don't
be in-
talk to and won't
Exactly.
talk to.
And you got, but the thing is, you have to
but I
respectfully
could be in the
leave.
chat with
The
them.
problem is, no, the people who do leave, they don't respectfully leave. That's where the issue comes.
Yeah, you could tell their butt hurt.
That's what I'm saying. Like they instead of just going, hey guys, thank you very much for your time. Have a beautiful night. Which is that's exactly what I say. I thank them for their time and letting me up there and well wishes. That's it. To go,
but the
all right, guys, I'm out of here because Pamela's a fucking asshole. Like, you don't have to do that. Just leave.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is
Especially
if somebody
inviting
hurts,
me to ask why.
ouch. If somebody hurts somebody, and say somebody is offensive to a channel, the content creators page, says something racial to them or something like that, and that particular content creator says, I'm going to let this person up, I'm fine with it, blah, blah, blah. I sometimes feel a certain way, like, please don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. But it's their page and I want to support them, but I just can't. Like, some of these people I know it's going to come out of their mouth because I just
listen,
know.
at some point though, we gotta step back and let shit happen too. Because when you do say, hey guys, watch out for this, sometimes it's conceived as hating or people don't listen, things of that nature. But Pam, we're gonna reset real quick. We're about to hit our second hour, guys. Make sure you're hitting that like button. You are watching Convos. We're in the second hour now. It's 9:04. Don't interrupt, woman.
Yeah, but you made it sound like we've been on for 2 hours. It's only been an hour.
We're going into the second hour.
You can say that. That's not what you said.
I'm gonna lump you up.
Go ahead.
Exactly.
We'll be right back after this short domestic violence break. Now, guys,
we do not promote violence.
We do not promote domestic violence other than Murph kicking Kel's
I wish I
ass.
could have told the joke from fucking Thanksgiving that originally came from.
Yeah.
When you didn't know you were fucking recording on the phone, it was in your pocket,
shit.
and we were arguing over the turkey or something like that.
Oh wow, I forgot all about that.
I've
You
done that
realized that when you
before.
left and you went to go somewhere, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, remember I shared it on Thanksgiving. I threw my phone in my shirt pocket.
You're like, "Oh, domestic violence." I was like, "Yeah, okay."
It's about domestic violence, you.
That has happened to me. I don't know how many times.
I grew up seeing some of it. You know what I mean? And it's not a joke.
Yeah.
But also, all comedy comes from a place of pain, a
Mhm.
place of sorrow. You're trying to make fun or make light of painful things. So
No,
if
that's
you
why
make
most comedians are
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Look at
So,
Robin Williams.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Make everybody
he's
else
not the
laugh,
only
but he
one.
wasn't happy.
Yeah, he's not the only one. A few comedians have done that.
Yeah.
Fucking Anthony
You probably still
Bourdain,
are.
like,
We
yeah.
just don't know.
But you know, it's you joke about those things, but when people try to cancel people for that shit, it's like we're never going to get over that hump of it being something we can't talk about.
Yeah.
Because every time we do go, oh my god, I can't listen, I can't. Oh my god, this is too much. You didn't give me a trigger
triggering,
warning. You didn't give me
yeah.
a trigger warning, and it's like, bro.
And that's another thing. Why do I gotta warn you of every goddamn thing I'm gonna say?
I think giving one trigger warning in the beginning, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. It takes a few seconds. If we're talking about a show about the R word,
That's true. That's true. But
if
some
we're talking
people,
about the R word, there ain't nothing
Or
wrong
how
with
about the
them.
ones you don't know what their trigger words are? So what are you supposed
No.
to just be like? There may be some triggering words
Yes.
in this content.
That's it. Very,
Exactly.
Like
very
he's the
ambiguous.
crybaby.
Oh,
So
No,
no,
every
you
time I say a word they
you
don't like.
blanket statement it with
Make a
there may
blanket
be
statement,
some,
but how much
sensitive
effort does it
information.
take?
Yeah.
Not much. Would it
There's
take much
sensitive
effort if we're
information.
talking about R word? You know, great.
No,
with a
I'm
G?
just saying I don't see why
If we're
I
talking
should
about
have
that,
to
go,
squash somebody else's ego because they don't like hearing a certain word. Then why are you here?
then maybe you shouldn't be a content creator because you have to do that. You have
Yeah,
to
you
curb
have to.
certain
You
things.
get. I would just say across the
Mm-mm.
board, we're going to be
But I'm just saying,
talking
if you
about a
go,
sensitive
hey
topic
guys,
tonight.
trigger warning, anyone that may have been through sexual assault in their lifetime,
Oh yeah, something like that.
It
I'm
takes
talking about the
minimal
normal
effort.
random shit. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like you're
just-
talking about
yeah.
menial everyday things, not something like that.
No, I agree. But that's what I'm saying. Most times that's when it comes to. You give a trigger warning if you're talking about abuse.
If you have a
sexual
problem
that I
abuse,
get,
eating,
violence.
if you have a
Those
problem
things I
eating
understand.
excessive Taco Bell, you may not want to listen to this
Yeah,
live.
yeah. Like
Some-
this next
shit
story's
like
got
that.
a lot to do with beans.
You may want to sit in the bathroom.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to reset real quick. But while you wait, here's some Mayfield.
Yeah.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And we're back.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. That's one of my favorite. I got to get some
love
more.
that lady. I
some more.
love her. I love her. I love it.
Yeah, there's a few
What
other
is
ones
it?
I've
What's
been
the other one?
telling you.
Hold up, wait a minute, or something
Hold
like
up.
that.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right. I love that guy. The first time
I
I
do
seen that
too.
interview, they were talking about a robbery, I think it is. And they were like, sir, what happened with the robbery? He's like, well, I was walking by and I seen something. And I was like, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, we are trying to bring Cooking with Kel's back, guys. We may be switching it to Fridays. It was only Thursdays originally because of Kel's schedule at the time, which has changed, which is also why we haven't been able to do it. By the time Thursday evening rolls around, and we have 3 hours when we get home from
By the
work.
time we're done working.
Yeah, it's like,
and I'm trying to get dinner done in between there, and the kids settled from.
that's what when we did it before, it was like we could do dessert because dinner was planned and cooked and started at 4:30 because we were home. Kels was home all day.
Yeah, that
So
was my day.
We
off.
may be moving it to Friday at 8, but we want to bring it back.
What are your days off now, Kels?
It's Sunday
and Monday.
Gotcha. That's right. I forgot.
So that's why I'm thinking Friday at 8 would be good. It does the same premise. It's still another hot time. Like I tried picking
Sunday. Oh no!
Yeah, 2 shows on a Sunday is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Though. I keep forgetting.
That's why I was thinking Monday, my last day off.
Well, I like Friday because then it gives us Saturday off. So.
Well, I'm sure
do you
do,
really want to be doing it on a Monday on your last day off?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On Monday is your last day off.
Yeah, but I got a more likely chance of catching people not having anything to do on a Monday than a Friday.
Yeah, that's true too.
Right now,
they got families or they're going out or doing this or that and stuff like that. But on Monday, it's the beginning of the week. You're getting ready for work around 7 o'clock, not going out.
Friday at 8 is
you might be at a kid's game, like a baseball game or something like that. So you're just sitting there while you're at the game or something.
Good
you know what I mean?
Excellent.
A lot of the people that go on YouTube are the people that are on YouTube. Friday at 8 is a prime time for YouTube.
Yeah, but my demographic isn't trying to get everybody.
Exactly.
I'm trying to give you the prime slot as what I consider to be one of the best shows. That's why I want you to take that time slot.
It's a slit. I don't know.
Friday at 8 is where you put your best time. What came on ABC in the 90s at 8 o'clock? Full House, Family Matters. That's a prime time. Plus, like I said, in the new year, I do want somebody to take on a Monday show and a Wednesday show. We just produce it.
Why? I'm gonna get somebody to take over mine.
No, you're not. We're still doing our own shows. But I want to bring in somebody.
You tell me what I'm doing with my show.
Honda's here. I use Honda, for example. Let's say
Honda's going to do my show.
Women Wednesdays with I Art You, and Honda just did an art thing for an hour. Let's say.
That could be one of the shows.
That could be one of them. You know what I mean? Shit like that. That's what I want to do. Something where we kind of produce.
He wants to umbrella it. So Dirty Kenzo Productions is more than just our shows.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I look at Dirty Kenzo like Barstool. If you know Barstool Sports, they kind of became Barstool because now they do comedy podcasts, and I just want to have some diversity to it for a bit, and then eventually when the numbers hit where they need to, that's when all right, now you go make your own page for that show.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have them all under the Dirty Kenzo Productions.
Yeah, exactly. I would still want a stamp or something small. It would be theirs. I'm still giving them 75% of it or 80, whatever, because it's theirs. You know what I mean? As long as I get my representation as the sponsor, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I don't need it to be like Dirty Kenzo Productions presents the Pamela J Show. It could just be the Pamela J Show, and then you just recognize us as the sponsor or whatever the case. People do that in the beginning. Yeah, same shit we do. Exactly.
My sponsors are always set people that's in.
You see it with even bigger YouTubers. They'll go, "Hey guys, this is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends," and then they do.
But they're actually paying them to do that.
I understand, but
we're doing that just.
They'll be on our YouTube, but I'm saying we're talking about down the road. They would be on our YouTube, so we're paying.
Oh, kind of.
They would be receiving a check because we would be receiving a check.
Not really. They would still be getting a check. It's their show.
That's my point. We would receive a check for those watch hours. We'd have to break them down percentagely. They wouldn't not make anything. They would get the percentage for their show.
No, I don't think percentagely is a word.
Well, percentage-wise, smart ass.
Percentagely is a word. I used it in Scrabble one time.
Yeah, made up one.
Thanks, sis. Thanks,
I
sis.
got you, Penny.
I know we shouldn't. She's got us, man.
I like
She's
how
on-
he slid it in there in normal
Lotus
combos.
says, I think it's more of a favoritism towards people who donate only. That does exist, Lotus, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's why it exists so much that's why my slogans are what they are. You know, appreciate it, never obligate it. And then I always make sure.
I'm a critical thinking and common
Yeah, not different one. But no, how I always say it's appreciate it, never obligate it. And I always make sure that I'm thanking people who are just commenting, people who are just watching, because it's like they're just as important because they're not giving you the cash in your hand right now. They're still supporting you.
Yeah.
So, and I see exactly. I've seen what Lotus is speaking of. I've seen it where the person who's hitting that super chat, the person who's hitting that, every one of their fucking comments is highlighted, talked about. Hey, there goes Lotus. Like, oh, you're just happy to see that fucking checkbook, huh?
Yeah, true,
So,
true.
She's 100% right. It exists.
But at the same token, the people that do want to
Nunya,
donate,
I love you to death as always. Nunya said the Kenzo does not make up words; he invents them.
Nunya, his head don't need to be any bigger than it already is. Please
he
don't.
just hopes it goes over everybody's
I will
head.
ship him
Usually,
with
it's a
you,
real word.
and you will have to deal with it.
Special guest Katie in the kitchen, everybody.
What's up, y'all?
Katie,
I'm about to open it out, but what's up?
All right,
She literally
girl.
just said.
now, Honda. Now, with all that being said, everybody hit the fucking catch. I wish everybody the same as everyone else. Now, with that being said, anyone that wants to hit the cash app and be my best friend of the day, that's how it gets. Man.
The thing about it
does.
is that if you enjoy, if you're a person that can afford it and you can do it, and you enjoy the person's content, there is nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
As long as you're not trying to buy that favoritism and the content creator's not giving you that, then
when
there shouldn't be an issue.
When I donate to people when I can, it's because I'm like, hey, I had fun with you.
I love what you do.
Yeah. Go get yourself a,
Same way with me. Same way with me. It's like when I can't do it, I don't.
Happy Meal. I don't care.
Yep. So I said when I can't do it, I don't. If I can't do it all the time, but when I can, I'll King Troll, I love your content. BDB, I love your content. Whoever the case may be, because when you can, I believe when you can, you should. You shouldn't feel obligated to do so either. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people do that as well. They are only dropping those cash apps so they look like that great friend. And it's like, bro, you can be our friend for free. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, if I enjoy your show and I have the money, I'll donate.
But a lot of times too, people want cash apps and they're not providing nothing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like there's a difference. If you pay attention, I don't ask for cash apps on Convos at all. Not at all. I just brought it up. I just brought it up, the obligated, appreciated thing, just to prove the point. I don't bring them up here because I put in less work. This is literally me talking to my friends. I don't need to charge for that. Now, Sundays, I put work in. I download 30 songs. I order them. I have to check on it in the morning.
That's exactly why I donate.
So that's why when people give me them there, I don't mind. I'm like, thank you. You know
why I donate? I donate to, like, for example, and I don't give a shit what anybody says. Cooking with Cows and the amount that you put into Convos. Cooking with Cows, that can help offset some of the ingredients. It can help, all that kind of stuff. But if you're just
if someone puts something into it, then I don't mind contributing. You know what I mean? It's like if I can watch your show and go, well, he at least put, like, even with Tommy, everyone was helping with that because we were seeing he was putting the effort in himself.
Mm-hmm.
If he wasn't, if he was just like, hey guys, pay for this whole trip. You would have gave up on it.
If at all, because I didn't even remember how crazy I was about like getting Cash App and Instagram, and you and Kels were the one that helped me with that. Because I was so paranoid, like somebody was going to get,
I get it.
So
I could do the same thing with my grandma.
See, but like Mims and Lotus are perfect examples. If they're at a show that they had a blast at, I've received cash apps from both of them after they've been the good shows. It's not like I asked for it. It's not like they felt pressured into it. It was, hey, what we just did was fucking fun. I want to say thank you this way. If you want to say thank you to me by commenting in the regular comment section after the show, I get that same endorphin release.
Right.
Mentally, I get the same you get the same high quote from it.
Yeah.
You get the same high from someone hitting you with $100 cash app or 100 comments in a great conversation. Your brain lights up the same.
I treat it. I treat it just like I do tipping in a restaurant.
Exactly.
Tipping somebody that does a job excessively well. It's a bonus on top of providing.
That's what Ladybug said. I often donate to the channels that I enjoy. That's what it is. If you enjoy the content, you go there, you have a good time. Like, that's for me. That's why I do it. King Troll don't need the fucking money. BDB don't need the money. You see it. They have what they need. BDB is the best clip for that reason. It's $2. I don't need it. It makes me feel like it's worth it.
Right.
Love you. That's what it is. You think a $5 cash app is going to make or break somebody? Maybe not. But it's definitely going to make someone fucking, oh, wow, they appreciated my content. That's awesome. Right. Thank you. But you can't get carried away with it. There's people out here who buy their subs and then brag about their numbers. Like,
I would think if I were a content creator and I
got all these people, we know what happened.
Yeah, I wouldn't want like somebody that I really was close to give me money and they're trying to pay the rent. You know, I mean, come on. I don't want that.
No,
that's
we've all seen cases. We've all seen fucking cases of people that shouldn't be getting money. You know, most of us came from the recovery sector, we know that one other fucking offshoot of the recovery sector over there in the Detroit, Chicago. We know people over there get money that shouldn't be. So when you see that, I understand people saying, yo, you're fucking enabling at this point. Stop. But if it's like,
and then they got the nerve to be all shocked when something happens and are like, oh, that's what they were doing. Dude, we've been telling you.
Biggest problem I have with the recovery sector is someone makes a mistake and they shun them. They're fucking we're addicts, asshole. The fucking definition is making mistakes.
Fuck all that. We are humans.
Oh, I let you down?
Humans fuck up all the time.
What did I say?
It don't matter if you're an addict, if you're straight and narrow, you are a human being. At one point or another, you can have and will fuck something up. It's just human nature.
With all my transgressions, that's what I said to people on here. I said, listen, I let you down. Congratulations and welcome to the party. I've been doing it to myself for 40 years. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure you were the first one he thought of.
You're the one that walked on water. I was unaware.
Well, the thing about it is too, sometimes when some of these people get on and they're like saying they're hungry, they want something to eat, they can pull on people's heartstrings pretty hard.
Easily. And that I hate to see some of them people get demonized because it's like they got a good fucking heart. They're trying to help. It's just the person they're helping is not in the best position.
Path there. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. People just forget all that shit. Like, come on, bro. We all fuck up. You think anything gonna happen on YouTube?
Of course. You know what I mean?
And that's, someone's flaw. I can't follow them anymore. They did this. And it's like, I mean, even with the people I don't fuck with, I gave them all second chance. I just didn't give them a third.
Listen, I stopped bothering with certain channels when they were once about one thing and they became about something completely different entirely. And it's like, when did this happen? Because I wasn't aware that this is what you did, or I wouldn't have been here this long, kind of. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think I have to take a little step back.
No, sometimes you have to.
Until you're back on what you were on before.
I seen Lotus say something today, and it resonated with me. She's like, with the utmost respect, I'm sick of hearing about recovery. And I said, listen, I get it. Because I don't even go to fucking none of them.
Aren't in recovery.
The thing is, we were always in a position where some people in our collective were addicts, inactive addiction, some inactive. And then there was always a group of people who were there. Most of it, like me, Pammy, me and you, Pammy, Jessica, Honda. These are people that came there because someone they knew was the addict.
I came to Frank's and Murph was the first one to answer. I was concerned about somebody close to me, and I knew nothing about it, and I got to Frank's channel, thank God. And I asked a question about, I think it was Suboxone or something. And Murph was the one that said, welcome to the channel. Here's what I know. Let me, he was just so nice. And that's where we hit it off. And I just followed him wherever he went from there. And
that's what I said. We could still have that level of compassion, but I can't watch it all day long. I lived there. I left that. Where I'm at right now, like where I'm at, is getting away from that.
Yeah.
So for me to watch
we worked hard to
get out of there. Like,
I'm not trying to sit there all day.
Me to watch it constantly, it's putting my mind back there, and it's like, no, I worked hard to get the fuck out of there.
And I'm sorry, but sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, to me, I see it how you view hoarders. You know what I mean?
No,
You're focusing on someone's disease that they really can't control because they don't have any willpower, whatever the situation is. You're focusing on that.
Just to give you guys a little bit of clarity, what Kels means there is my opinion on the show Hoarders. I'm not a fan of that, or intervention, or my weird addiction. Like, these things are you're gaining off of people's downfalls, I'll say.
And their pain.
It may be extreme, but it's the same thing people have always said to the people in Kensington. You're exploiting people.
Yeah.
It's always going to be a thin line.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you have to treat the people with the utmost respect and do everything in your power past.
Yeah.
Like, you see Frank gets on the news. Frank was just on fucking Fox News. Yep. Let that blow your fucking mind.
And he goes to different schools talking to the kids. And he gives back. And he's down there giving free haircuts and fucking giving them
AML Films. AML Films Mall. Mall's got like this whole fucking huge setup of the shit he gives to people, and you're actually helping. Now you have people that drive down Kensington Ave, filming over their fucking shoulder, too scared to even look.
But would never even get out of the car.
And they're dropping that content and making money off it.
I saw a feed of that.
You're exploiting people.
They put up some disgusting pictures of the flesh and shit that I was just like, why are people doing this? It's just bullshit.
Mims, I'd be glad to talk some stuff with you if you ever want to. I know I've done some drugs in my life. I've sold drugs. I've lost best friend to heroin, and I know a fair bit. Yeah, that's why, as Pam said, I told her what I knew. I don't sugarcoat, I don't bullshit, but I still try to empathize and put myself in your shoes to help you try to understand.
Yeah. I mean,
because, it is a disease. It's a choice. It's a choice.
And when you're not
when they're in that, they don't have that control and power over themselves to say, no.
That's the worst part.
Fucking me up.
When you hear the debate, people go, oh, is it a disease or a choice? It's both.
Yeah.
You start with the choice to do the drug.
It turns into a disease.
There ain't no fucking choice that you can't stop doing it. Like I said, there's a big difference. This is to tell you what addiction is. If me, Kels, and Pam, we all go to the bar, all right? Someone goes, yo, I got some Coke, some powdered Coke. A lot of people do Coke when they're drinking, mind you. That's kind of socially acceptable at a bar, all right? So we all do it. Boom, 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 boom. The next day, Pam is at work, functioning. We had a great night last night. Never thinks about cocaine a day in her life again. The addict is like, where do I find that shit? Fuck my job. Fuck my family. Fuck my life.
Where's that
I need
person
more of that.
from last night?
I need to chase that dragon.
Yeah.
I never catch them, but I got it. That's what the addict's brain does. So yes, it starts with a choice. You do choose to take the Percocet. You choose to stick the needle, smoke the joint,
and you choose to make that choice again by getting it again. However, what it turns
there is something in your brain that is
there is a chemical imbalance. Everyone's born with it.
There is a chemical imbalance that
you're on it like others do.
Well, we all have different impulses, different addictions.
Yeah, exactly. So we all have it.
Everybody's addicted to something.
Everybody's is triggered a different way.
Everybody's addicted to something.
Yeah,
And
just
that's
like
exactly
cigarette.
what it
Look at
is. It could
cigarettes,
be
nicotine.
food, it could be gaming, it could be sex,
People,
it could be talking
religion.
to people online.
People get
It could
addicted
be
to religion.
yeah.
People get
But
addicted to
there's
religion.
people that get off
YouTube.
by talking to people online all day long because they ain't got shit else to
Interaction.
do in their real life.
But I
So
said
that
that.
is their life.
I can put myself in them shoes, and I have a very busy life. I try to make my life slow down, and I can't. Like, my life's always busy. So it is hard for me to find time. Like, but 10 years ago, could have been something different. Like, if I was doing YouTube lives, I'd be able to go every night at 10 o'clock because my kids were in bed at 8.
Yeah.
I was just sitting around smoking at 10 o'clock at night.
Sugar,
I went
yep.
to bed at 12.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you just gotta, people, as the title says, don't forget this is entertainment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, if you're
Unless
around a
there's
group
a
of,
warning letting you know it's a serious topic, you know what I mean?
Even that-
this isn't entertainment
even that's
in a way
entertainment.
because you're trying to school people to some things.
I know what you mean, but I think you're taking the word entertainment a little ambiguously to say that.
No, I'm
Because-
taking it at its word.
Is the History Channel entertainment?
Well, it
Yes.
can be.
Yes. Do you know what I mean? So any video or audio is entertainment. So even if we're having a conversation about the Holocaust, it's still entertainment. It's just not comedy or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever your subdivision is, but it's always going to be entertainment. Now, if you say it's entertaining, that's a little different. Entertaining means it's like,
Are you sitting here playing semantics with me?
a little bit.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying, like,
no,
if
the
it
thing
makes
about
you
it is
excited.
some people think that's entertainment. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
you can watch something like that and have genuine concern, but you can
Mhm.
have enough common sense to tell when somebody's exploiting somebody.
And it's a problem when
It's
it's
the
a constant thing.
exploitation,
You
yeah,
see the
like-
same person doing the same thing every damn time you're
Yeah.
there. Then obviously that person is addicted to doing exactly what you're watching them do. Yeah.
It's exploitation, just like Pam said.
Mhm.
At what point are we watching a car crash?
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was gonna
At what
gonna
point-
use
I
that
think that
analogy.
everybody likes a train wreck.
Even with the channel I was speaking of from that recovery sector. Are we waiting for one of them to die? Otherwise, what are we here for still?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear, I'm supporting I'm helping these people. I have a good heart. No, you're fucking exploiting them. How about
To be
this?
honest, I've seen the struggle before many times. I don't need to see that
Mhm.
to know what the struggle
But no,
is.
what I'm saying
because
is
I
everybody who's
seen
so divided, if everyone stopped going there, they wouldn't be on YouTube anymore. No one's going to go live if no one ever comes.
I think
Everyone's
it hits you,
going to watch the car crash.
I also think
Yeah.
it hits you harder when you've lived it and you've watched a loved one suffer with addiction.
exactly, Pam.
You know what
Because
I'm
you
saying?
can empathize and
Right.
sympathize at the same time
Yep.
instead of one or the other.
Yep.
Exactly. You don't have if you've lived through it, something like that, you have
Mhm.
a totally different view.
Yep. But
That's
that's
why
what
I
everything-
totally give credit for the people that are in recovery and they take their recovery seriously, because it's a fucking fight to get out of that.
Yeah,
And
all
you
that
did
is.
it.
you
Then
you already
it's
know.
all about experience. It's all about
Especially when
experience.
especially when it's somebody you love and they can't stop and they can't stop and they can't stop and then they do and you know that success can happen. You don't put down the people that keep trying and failing because you've had a loved one that's done that before.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
Mhm.
so that's the
As
way-
long as they're putting in the effort, there's people out here who don't try.
yeah.
And that's how I think about it. I think about it as I'm not going to say that because if that was my family member, I wouldn't appreciate
But it's
it.
all about experience too, because you'll hear people make fun of Tommy for methadone.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the alternative?
Right.
Staying on dope.
I've always
That's
said
like,
that.
look at the alternative. No, he's fine. Shut the fuck up and leave him alone.
Like
He's fine.
ends. That's what you're supposed to do.
Like,
Y'all do realize
it's
that's
like,
what that's for,
it's like, what's
right?
the alternative
It's
then?
not
Okay.
technically for pain.
And the
it's
problem
to
is-
manage you.
But the problem is those who make those rude comments, those ignorant comments, they don't know that. They don't know that. They think, oh, just get off it. What are you doing?
Another common misconception about a fairly common problem that you did not educate yourself on. See, a lot of people, they just decide to start talking. They don't hear what they're saying. They're just saying shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's why a few times I got to look at people. I'm like, do you hear what you say or you
Yeah,
just talk?
you're just
'Cause,
talking.
yeah, what you're saying makes no sense.
That's all. I'm trying to put Ladybug's comment up.
Do you hear
I'm not a ladybug, so I guess I'm just chopped liver. These two ladies are inspired. Fuck Murph.
Oh, thanks, Ladybug.
Nah,
Fuck
that's sweet.
Murph.
That's sweet. But
We're
yeah,
bringing that hashtag back.
I just I see some of the bullshit. I see a lot of shit on YouTube, and it's like the double standards. You can't have double standards. It doesn't work.
No,
If you're gonna
it always bites you.
if you're gonna cut off A and B for acting a certain way, you got to do it.
Then
with
guess
C and
what?
D.
C's got it too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to.
exactly. If you're not that way all down the line, then you're going to have a lot of fucking problems.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Memster. Yeah, we over with the politicking because this is all entertainment, and we here to laugh and have a good time. It's just all bullshit. I mean,
Make me laugh.
make me laugh, peasant. But yeah, I mean,
Make me be laughing.
I think there has to be a level of detachment. Mims taking that break, that's what people need.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mims
I've
just
had
did
to
it.
do it.
Mims just did it.
Yep.
Exactly. I've had to do it.
And
It
like she
lasted
said-
probably longer than
Like she said, her old man suggested it. It wasn't even necessarily her decision. That works too.
Sometimes you need the decision to be taken.
That's what
out
I'm
of your
saying.
hands.
Exactly
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Sometimes that needs to
See,
be the way to do
sometimes
it.
people need it pointed out by someone they're close to before they actually begin to realize it. And sometimes people just need that. No, you need to stop. It's done for now. Come out
I
here and do
think-
this with me instead.
I think a lot of people on YouTube are on the path of the Sith. They only deal in absolutes.
Force insensitive.
But they only deal in absolutes, right? People
Yeah.
go, is it this or this? And then when you go, it's both. No, it's got to be one or the other.
Well, no, that's just single-mindedness.
But you know what I'm saying? I see that so much. It's like it has to be black and white, left or right. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like sometimes both things are right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or wrong.
sometimes,
Or
yeah,
wrong.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
it could. It don't have to be one's always got to be right either. Like
Free
you said,
moles in
sometimes
the
they're both
hole.
wrong.
Mimster,
Sometimes more than
Mimster,
one person can learn something.
Mimster,
Susie,
I
I
want to try to.
understand that.
I want to try to do it for my. I want to try to stay off YouTube for like 2 weeks to see if I can do it, like a challenge.
Yeah.
I do shit like that with myself.
No, Mims, I
all the
didn't think
time.
you were upset about it, Mims. That's what I was saying. Sometimes I've had that where Kel's will be like, dude, I think you need a break. You're a little too involved.
Mhm.
And I'm like, you know what? You step out your shoes for a second, like, yeah. And other times they say, and you're like, nah, I don't need a break, but I'll take one anyway now that you said it.
Lotus. The baby wall comes out.
Mims, I get it. My brother is same way. I love my brother to death. You know what I mean? But
Fucked up.
he fucked up and he had to fix it. He has
Mhm.
since then, of course, but
There's a lot of that nowadays, too. Not even
Yeah.
just the internet. I'd see that in the real world as well. Like everyone,
see, I'd still kill for my brother.
but we've
too,
all been
so.
joking that we're
Me
sick
too,
of the word
Kels.
redemption. And
Yep, I don't care how much he fucked up. Go ahead and say something.
Yep.
I can say
Exactly.
that
I
he's my
can-
brother.
I
I
can-
wish he would.
there's only one
I
person
mean,
that
it's
can
a
talk.
brother.
There's only one person who can talk shit on Kel's brother. Me.
I can talk shit about him, but nobody else can. Y'all kick
Mhm.
your ass.
Exactly.
Like I said, I know lately we all been joking, like, oh, fuck that word redemption. But no, there really is no redemption, even in the streets. It's not even just YouTube. It's like
Yeah.
someone can totally fucking do everything you're supposed to get their life on track, and some people will still always hold them to their worst mistake.
Oh yeah. They don't look at the 50.
You're a
good you just did.
crackhead. I ain't done crack in
It's
20
always
years.
the
You're a
one
crackhead. Like, wait.
It's never 15
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
or what I just did spend a year of my life doing to
Yeah.
make up for it. It's that one bad that put me there. Like, man,
Exactly.
fuck you then. How
That's
about
what I'm
that?
saying.
Fuck you.
If people make efforts to change and do, you should give them that fucking respect of being able to redeem themselves. We all should have that. I fucked up. It wasn't the end of the world. It wasn't violent and it is repairable. You should let me fucking have that space to be, quote, redeemed.
Nanya said that his brother's way past saving and it hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a rough
Nanya.
one, Nanya.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's a
It's
rough
really
one.
hard.
And it gets to that is what it is. Mind frame, Nunya. I had to get that way with my best friend until
Mhm.
Yep.
tragically he went.
We all know
Because-
that. Yeah.
I was trying to my brain. I get it's weird. Like, am I a half addict or something? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like
Because you have a different mindset.
I even said that to
Then
my
it
dad. Me and my dad were talking about that today on the way to work when we were getting breakfast or something. I'm like, I said, but that's the difference between me. I partied. I was like, I was a fucking rock star. I really was. However, now I can't do coke all night. I got work tomorrow. Now I can't spend all my money on coke. I got to pay the bills. I could always do that. And a lot of the addicts that you see homeless and things,
I've seen you
A
do
lot of
coke
it's
and go to
trauma.
sleep.
It's repressed trauma to me. For like, I think a lot of it's like people like, yeah, I was sort of like Murph. I can just do it and walk away from it. You know what I mean? I don't.
Other people
Not to
don't
say-
have that mindset.
Yes, I mean, and not to say that I'm above all
It
else.
hurts when it's your sibling.
Yeah, it could
It
happen
does.
to me too.
I mean, I didn't go through it.
My brother.
I didn't go through it with my siblings because in my family, like, as I'm saying, I'm a half an addict. I'm the biggest fuck up. Like, they smoke weed. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like the rest of them may have taken a perk or a Xanny here and there. They didn't take them every day like I did. You know what I mean? So it's like, I wasn't. I was the worst in my family, and I wasn't that bad. So, but
there was years we stuck to ourselves. So we don't know what was
Gary was like, when I say like a brother, he really was. Like, I lived with him. I knew him since I was fucking 15 years old.
Very true.
Eric,
like
Eric is his younger brother. My best friend now is his younger brother. Yeah. So it's like that family, it was ingrained. So it hurt like losing a brother. You know what I mean? So
it hurt.
It's rough. It's rough when it's a sibling or your parent.
Because it pulls on your heartstrings. It's your heartstrings.
You see how it changes people.
But
that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
When it's your sibling, you grew up with them.
Yes.
I know you when you were a happy-go-lucky kid. When did you become this person? So it's a whole different.
Yes, I can.
Whole different fucking world.
I can totally vouch on that one. Yeah.
I feel for you, Lotus. I really do. Regarding
when it's your sister or your brother,
yeah.
Mims, that's I know what Mims means there. It hurts because you can't believe the things they have done, the things they say. I've always had the theory, especially with heroin, is we're taught our whole lives that I call it dope. Just so when I say dope, you guys know I mean heroin. So we're taught our whole life that dope and quote dopers are the low of the low. So once someone's a shooting heroin addict, you already think of yourself as the low of the low, right? So why is it hard to rob your mother, to become a prostitute, to steal your children's food? It's not hard to do any of that. I'm already a scumbag. Remember, I do dope. Like, we were taught that our whole lives. That was the low of the low.
Yeah.
So people who are in that, I've always had that theory that you're already programmed to think that you're the low of the low. I mean, you're already doing a drug to fucking shield pain.
Right.
So.
And you are the age of your trauma.
Yeah.
Right.
They say you don't grow past that.
Oh, that's a good point.
Most of these streetwalkers and stuff you find out here, if you start to talk to them, they're out there because of something that happened.
Oh yeah.
Usually it's in their early teen years at that, and sometimes it's smaller than that. But you usually don't grow past the age of your trauma until you can fully not get over it, because you can't always get over certain things. You know what I mean? But make peace with it and learn to cope with it easier, I guess word is, instead of get over it, because that's a little mean to
me. You have to
you have to let go of all it. You have to forgive.
There's a correlation between sex workers and sexual abuse when they're minors.
Most assuredly, it's probably about 95%.
A lot of the girls I knew that went that route.
There's some out there just trying to make a buck because they have a habit. But there's a reason they turn to that from
instead of a different profession. Exactly. Haas says the biggest and hardest thing for us as human beings is practicing forgiveness. I totally agree with that, Haas. It's definitely one of our most complex emotions for sure.
Yeah.
Forgiveness.
Yeah.
Think of this. We instinctually, like, we ain't got to think about it. We just do it naturally. Whether you consider it to be God, the universe, whatever. I believe in everyone's beliefs. So I'll say God in place here. But even God tells you no one's above you but God. Like, you should love you to the maximum. You should
not worship false idols.
But you should love you to the maximum is kind of the whole point. Like, without you, your kids aren't born. Without you, your wife's just a single woman. Like, your husband's just a single man. With that, you have to love yourself for those reasons alone. That's what I've been always told people with low self-esteem. Do you love your kids? Yeah, I love my kids. You made them. You love your husband? Yeah, I love my husband. He married you.
If I view them as the only thing I ever did right, I'm not understanding how you're still thinking.
But why not give yourself that like
I did. They're the only things I
Yeah.
did right. That's giving myself all the credit that I
yeah,
need
but that's
to.
what I'm saying. You should love yourself just for that. Just for that. I made them beautiful
Yeah,
people.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
can't use that as a thing to carry me for everything.
I'm saying if it's just one, if you don't love yourself and you need one reason to love yourself, it's a very easy one.
Oh yeah.
I made those beautiful, amazing humans. I deserve a little respect and love for that, a little recognition. But anyways, the point I was trying to get to, you're supposed to love yourself the most. Forgiveness is putting someone above you. Now, mind you guys, let me be specific here. When I say put yourself first, I don't mean narcissistically.
We don't mean material.
I don't mean, I don't mean someone that's
spiritually.
like, someone
Hi,
that's feeding their
Clarissa.
kids pork and beans and eating filet mignon. I don't mean put yourself first that way. But you're supposed to put yourself first, self-preservation, all that. Forgiveness is putting someone else above you, their feelings above yours.
Yeah, and you letting go of the shit so they can just
You were
ask the
hurt.
shit they
You
did.
were hurt or offended, angry, whatever the case,
Mhm.
and you have to let it go.
Mhm.
You have
It's
to
not
protect
easy.
your peace. You
To
have to protect your peace.
To
You
protect
do.
your peace, you have to let it go.
Yes.
That is just the definition tells you how complex that is. As Haas said, what the hardest, one of the hardest things
I
we
have
do.
a question though. What if you can't be at peace? What if you can't let
I
it
think-
go?
I
It's a
think
hell
do
of
you
a
do
road.
then?
It's a hell
my
of a road.
personal advice, I know this is pretty much an rhetorical question. There isn't really an answer. I would say find a way because it'll kill you.
So you
Yeah.
say it'll consume you basically.
Resentment
at some point.
kills.
Yeah.
Resentment kills.
If you let it, it can definitely eat
Oh,
you alive.
Right.
You don't have to.
And it'll take over every
Even
aspect of your normal life.
If you let it, it'll kill you quick.
That's
If you
just
fight
people,
it,
yeah,
it'll
people
kill
with
you slow.
anxiety and stress. It's the same thing.
Anxiety, the way anxiety is now, they ulcers,
Clarissa,
anything
hi,
like
sweetie.
that. Clarissa, salute. Good to see
Yeah, a
you.
lot of shit comes from dealing with that.
That's what I'm
and
saying. Like
Not
resentment.
expressing it and shit like that. You can't bottle shit up.
And it's
but-
always going to create problems as you get old. And that I'll give an example. If I resent my parents, right, for things they did growing up.
Mhm.
Now, as I always say to even my siblings, you've been in charge of your life as long as they were. I don't want to hear it no more.
Yeah.
At a certain point,
And it's only fair
Yeah,
that
you've
they're-
said that
they're
many times.
grown
I
Girl.
say this
had
to everybody.
children.
Once you hit 36 years old,
Yep, you've always said
stop bitching. You don't get to bitch no more. You were in charge of your life the same
Well,
amount of years.
Yeah, I see it as you've had ample time by that age
To
to have
change.
turned it
To
around
change.
and or decided
Exactly.
that what you're not going to do as a parent or
So,
sibling
If you
to make
say,
the same fuck ups.
my
again.
mom was a scumbag, did this, did that to me, did this to me. I left at 18, blah, 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 blah. Now you're 36. So then you go, you had 18 years. What the fuck did you do with your 18? No one's
Yeah.
perfect, huh? That's it.
Basically, yeah.
That's like, for me, that's how I got rid of a lot of my resentment. And it was also having kids of my own.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
oh,
because
wow.
if you let it
That's the
consume,
thing.
if
Wow,
you
it
let it
breaks your
consume
heart when you miss your
Yeah.
kids thing. A kid yells at their parent, you missed my
Yeah.
baseball game. But it breaks the parent's heart. Oh my God, I never knew it. So it was me as the parent. It was like,
Oh,
damn.
Lotus, oh my God, 30. I mean, I haven't hit 36 yet, but I guess you're right.
Girl, please. I'm 4 years past that.
Well, I say 36 because that's 18 and 18. Just
I
to be
know
specific.
you've always you've explained it
not
before.
fully. Not until the 19th, but
But
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
the
mean,
if you're the type of
36
person
to get your life together.
if you're the type of person that is anxiety stricken, you don't really want to. Do you know how many times I wish I didn't worry about things so much or care about things so much? I
Story
wish
of my
sometimes
life.
I
Story
wish I
of my
could. I
life.
wish I could be that person that's like, oh well, whatever. You
And
know,
that
they don't
pain,
have
you
a
know what
care.
the kick? You know what the kick in the teeth is?
What?
I watch it every day in Katie now.
Oh
That's-
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so much worse. Oh, it's so much worse than when it's you.
Oh God, I know. Like, oh my God.
The one
you
day
just
she's
wanna-
like, I'm worried about this, worried about that. Her boyfriend's name's Dylan, right? So I said, are you beefing with Dylan? And she was like, no, we're good. I said, guess what here? You're good. I said, you have nothing to fucking worry about in the whole world.
yeah.
yeah.
You're fat, your household, your parents, your brother is good, and your boyfriend's good. Fuck you got to worry about.
Yeah.
School will still be there. Job will still be
If
there.
it happened at school, drop that shit at 3 o'clock and bounce.
I tell everybody one of the best fucking quotes I ever heard was, "The help wanted will be in the paper before your obituary."
Yeah.
Always remember that shit, and fucking remember you need to live your life.
Yes.
If you add up how many hours we have to work in our lifetimes, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's like we'd all probably quit tomorrow if we all seen that number every day.
Yeah.
You're talking 40 hours a week, 52 weeks for 60 years.
Right.
We got to work for fucking what? 45 years? No, 48 years? That's starting work when you're 16.
You're
Yeah.
exactly
I started
right,
working when I was
Ryan.
14 years old.
Susie,
I'm
I
40
started-
and I've been working for 25 years.
I started working when I was 14 too, if not a
That's
little before.
It's different for everybody. Now, I didn't start working on the books until I was 16, but I was
Right.
14 years old. I was already working jobs. I had
Well,
already
you
been going
know,
on jobs
I
with my
come from a
dad.
contractor's family too.
Exactly.
You know, they
Yep.
put us to
Yep.
work as cheap labor,
Early.
and they can
When
give
you're
us
8.
and the cash that they're going to give you anyway to go to the movies and go out with your friends is basically what you get paid to do.
Yeah.
Sweeping up and scraping windows, like when they would overspray the paint on
Oh,
the
okay.
windows.
I got you.
I would have to like scrape with the razor blade.
Everyone gets it at different points though. Like my brother Sean, he fucking always got his shit together quick, but he also had those trades. He knew how to work on cars and he knew how to work on houses. Now he does heaters, HVAC. Got his kid in there.
Blue collar work is where it's at too.
Like I joke with your other brother and saying that he went to air conditioner college, but he knows electrical work
He
like
got
a
a degree.
motherfucker.
He has a
Yeah,
degree.
exactly. So he can do that no matter
He can
what
work on
anything's
any
going on in the
refrigeration
world.
unit. Yep,
Yeah,
shit like that.
exactly.
It's smart to do. I told my kids that, dude, I wear a lot of hats. I've worked a lot of
A jack
different
of all
jobs.
trades, master of none.
Like I've worked a lot of different jobs. If you ask me what my profession is, I have 2. I'm a painter and I'm a line cook.
Yeah.
Those 2 things I could do with my eyes closed. I could I could be a line cook and I could fucking paint with my eyes closed. Now, other things I know how to do, but those 2 things I put my feather in my cap to those ones.
I haven't painted in a while. I wonder if I could still cut a
Cause
ceiling
Kenny in the building.
cut a ceiling
I think
without
once you
Putin.
start, it's easier to keep doing than it is to.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, if you really break down the math, like we really do work like a third of our lives.
Yeah.
That's not what life should be
Then
about.
you put in sleep, okay? Then you put in sleep.
I mean, time is weird because time we made up so we could kind of gauge a lot of shit. Like if we're like, you blink 200 million times in your life, you're like, holy shit. Like you start, you know what I mean? You spend 8 hours of your entire life shitting.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
Good for you, girl.
Numbers like that, it's
give
crazy.
yourself a muscle. She's ripped up her subfloor.
Go ahead, girl. But yeah, I mean, listen, this YouTube shit, really, it should be to come on here and have fun. And if you're not in that mind frame, it's to get yourself in that mind frame.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm sitting at home and I'm in pain, like I hurt my back and I'm out of work, that's what I should be able to come in the live chat and laugh. Not be getting angry because someone doesn't like me because I'm friends with the person
That's
they
what
don't
the comment
like.
section of Facebook's for.
It's just dumb shit. Like, if you don't like me, block me. You won't even know I'm there. Unless I put your comment on the screen like this.
Some people seem to forget that there's that button.
If you look, Kenny Cutthroat, I got Kenny's comment up right now, right? If you had Kenny blocked on YouTube, you would not know he was in this chat
unless you put the
other than what I do right here with
or
the
you
comment.
See other people saying hi.
Or like right there where Thursday's saying hi. If you're friends with Thursday, you would say. It's so easy to block them. They don't exist other than those 2 incidents. So people to bitch and always start a fight. Come on, man. That shit just gets old.
Yeah.
Well, I'm with Ducey. Ducey made a comment about hitting once you hit 50. Your perspective does change a lot. A lot changes, man. You think it's 40 Wait till
I
you
think
hit
it's like
50.
35.
I mean, for me, no.
I mean, I was died at 35, so that made it a little
Well,
different.
yeah,
but-
I guess your life experiences
Yeah, mine
too.
was a little different. Yeah. But, I was thinking of that the other day too, right? If I wanted to propose this to everybody, I'm so glad we got here. My brain went back to that. Thank you, Pammy.
Yeah.
Let me ask, I'm going to give it to Pammy first, and then
Okay.
I want you, Babe, to answer. And then guys in the folks in the live chat answer as well.
Me
And then
too,
after
Kels.
everyone does, I'll bring up the point. Okay.
Okay.
Pammy first. What would you consider midlife? What age is midlife?
To me, it would range anywhere between 35 and 40.
Okay.
Mhm. I
Same
was
for
saying the
you.
same, yeah.
All right, got everyone in the live chat. I'll give you all a few minutes, and I'll explain where I'm going with that. I'll explain it as we're waiting.
I'll
I can
even
still
bump
see
it
the
from
answers.
35 to 45, just because some people hit things differently.
All right,
some
so
don't. And,
the
you know
reason
what
I
mean?
bring it up is this.
Some people live till 90. I mean, with medical
Here you go.
advances.
Look.
Yeah, exactly.
Minster said 40 to 60, and Victor Coco right here said exactly the point I'm trying to make. What I was going off of. Most times people say midlife is 50. I've heard that. You turn 50 at your midlife crisis, and this midlife crises are 40 now. But do you know what I mean? People always used to say 50 was midlife, which is weird because even back then.
Yeah, your life expectancy was not.
Here's the
50.
point, though. Like all had said 50, Lotus 35, 45, Thursday 45. Okay, so I'm going to go off Thursday's 45. You think you're living to 90? That's what we don't realize. You know what I'm saying? Not Thursday specifically, just to prove the point.
I
Now,
just said this in a
I
chat.
think-
Yeah.
Yeah, I think every one of us has an age we think we'll make. You know what I mean? You're like, with my health, luckily, I'll make 80.
I say it all
Most
the
people could do
time.
that. You know what I mean? Most of us could do that. With good luck, I'll make it to 80. That means your midlife is 40. Middle of your life.
I just
Yeah.
said this the other day.
But
King
you
Troll
know
and
what
were
I thought
talking.
was weird?
So for 50 to be the midlife, everybody has to live to 100. The life expectancy is
You
78.
don't have, once you hit
You know-
50 and you think about it, you're lucky if you have 20 more years.
And I've seen we're gonna be wrapping up in a few minutes, guys. We had such a good show. I love when they flow so fucking fast because of good combo.
Yeah.
But what was the other point? Pammy just let it into it again, and I'm forgetting.
If I
The
live,
midlife.
if I make it to,
always
if I'm
think about
50
something
and I
like
get to
that,
a
It's
70,
more what other people
yeah.
don't think. It's like I know quite a few people that think a midlife crisis only happens in like men, or some only think it happens in women. And then I know
No,
people
women,
that
I'm
don't
like,
think it happens
you
at all.
struggle with
Every-
it.
Everyone has one.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
I'm
just
like,
different.
it happens to both men and women. It just,
But
it,
for
it
men, it's
happens
not as
differently.
polarized. Like
different.
women,
They're
our
different.
looks are like our looks. Men, most
Yeah,
men
they're different.
get better looking with age. Women, we're told we're sagging. We got wrinkles. We got that. You
Yep.
know, it's so.
But a midlife crisis could be something as simple as I'm 40, I got to start working out. It ain't
Yep.
got to be convertible earring young girlfriend.
Penis metaphor, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, that's just the extreme.
Exactly,
And it's just
Lotus.
nothing
Sometimes
to-
We
that's
all
how
go
you
through a
feel.
midlife crisis because you're like, holy fuck,
Yep.
where did the time go? Which
But no,
segues
what
me
I-
back into the point. I got it again.
What I say to my kids is like, okay, I'm 50. If
Mhm.
I got another 20 years, I'm lucky.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and put
Yep.
that into perspective. How fat my kids are in their 20s. That
Exactly.
time,
And that's the segue point,
that
Jamie.
time
Go
has
ahead.
flown by so fast. You
Mhm.
think this time is
Yep.
so you need to really
It's crazy.
at 50 you really need to be very, very particular and specific as to who you want to give that time to. You
Mhm.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you don't get it back.
You're not gonna
I
get it
seen
back.
something the other day. The point I was gonna make, I seen something the other day, and it said the reason it seems our life gets faster, like as we grow up,
Yeah.
is because the percentage of time you're looking at has
Yeah.
changed. So
Mhm.
time hasn't necessarily sped up. You're busier.
Mhm.
You're busier.
Mhm.
Like, oh well, the world's faster when you're
And
not
you're
10.
around people you want to
Like,
talk to.
the
which-
world, but
when you're having fun,
but
what
you understand
happens?
what I'm
Time
saying?
flies.
when you're 10 years old, you go out for 6 hours. You're only out playing for 5, 6 hours, and it's a lifetime.
Right.
Mhm.
You work for 8, and it's dragging.
Yeah.
because of the perspective of things. But the thing also is when you're 10 and you're looking at a 10% of your life, it's a few months. When you're 40, looking at 10% of your life, it's 4 years.
Right.
Mhm.
So that difference is kind of where we get, but it does. You're busier. Obviously, when you're 10 years old, you have zero your responsibilities are brush your teeth and go to bed.
And go to school, yeah.
Go to school. When you're an adult, it's get the kid to brush his teeth and go to bed and go to school so I can get a shower and brush my teeth and go to work. It's
Yeah.
did I pay the electric bill? Did I
I'm
turn
kind of
those lights
facing
off?
something like that now because for some reason I seem to keep thinking that my old shift is longer than my current shift, and it's not.
Mimster, I would agree. Sorry guys, but a lot of men don't grow up till they hit 35. I would agree with that.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
I would definitely agree because you said, a lot of men. You didn't say all or most. So I would definitely agree with that.
I'm sure most of you have seen that TikTok that's been around for years about the man that's sitting there talking to another man. And he's like, how often do you see your parents? And the guy says, oh, once a year, maybe if I'm lucky, because they live far apart. I mean, out of state. And the guy said, well, how old are your parents? And he's like 75. He's like, okay, let's say they reach 80 and you visit them one time a year, you're going to see them 5 more times before they die. Are you okay with that?
It's the perspective. It's so crazy when you don't think of it that way.
When you think
like
of
I
it
said,
that
we all
way.
lollygag doing certain things, right? Like going to the bathroom, you might take your phone in there and you might be in there 5-10 extra minutes than you normally need to be, we'll say, right? Add that 5-10 fucking minutes up. You're talking about a half hour after the first week. You know what I mean? An hour after the first week.
If you do it every time.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like we're just talking about 10 minutes here. And you're up to an hour and 10 minutes.
I think it's more being aware of your time instead of obsessive about it.
You have to be. If you get obsessive, it controls you.
Yes. Yeah, if you get obsessive about it, you'll lose the joy of it all. Right?
Yeah, you'll go OCD. You'll gain OCD.
Yeah.
Wasn't even born with it.
I know, right? You'll definitely get it.
But it's time is crazy. We made it and it works. We don't know how, we think we made it as humans. We're like, we invented that, it's a way to help farmers know when to plant their seeds. That's what it started as, really. It was to help with harvesting. Yeah,
exactly.
And so you knew when, seasons and time of day and stuff like that.
That's why we would have forward and back.
But it's just, time can consume you and you got to enjoy life, man. It goes too quick.
It does.
My fucking kids are grown. I can't even remember the last 10 years. You know what I mean? It's like, I remember when they were babies.
So put in perspective think of
that though. That's another perspective thing.
Scary. That's
scary.
I
want every parent here. Think of your kids' first 10 years, right? I bet you got 100 memories in your brain right now.
Right. Well, look at the other night. We were watching wrestling with Tommy, and I sat there. What happened? I could remember when he first was into wrestling at fucking 4 years old, running around like John Cena, doing the hand things, dressed like
my God, Kels.
And then I look at a 20-year-old fucking man sitting there watching this with me.
That's one of the beautiful things about our brain, the way we can draw memories and the nostalgic feeling and shit.
And how excited he would get when it came on. How he used to think it was you that,
No, I was right there with you.
Little Mike loved John Cena so much. He had his T-shirts. I was signed up on the WWE.
He had the belts and the wrestlers and all kind of shit.
But think about that. Their first 10 years, I guarantee you have 100 memories from birth to 10 of your children. Right. How many memories you got from 10 to 20? Not as many. They don't come right to the top because it's not as many monumental firsts. They don't hit that till they're 20.
As many interactions. You're not under their feet constantly guiding them through life. You have to let them go.
Lotus, we appreciate you being in these combos with us. Mims being Coco Thursday, been kicking ass the whole show Thursday. Thank you for that.
I know. It's
thank you, because even I wasn't.
And once again, salute JMS. All love and prayers to our sis. She's going through some shit, and we just send her good vibes. Everyone that's dealing with it.
Yeah, good vibes to her.
We never want to see good people deal with bullshit. So
Yeah. And you know
But
what?
yeah.
It's all nice, good people. You know, we all have, it's like we said, we're friends talking, and that's just
Yep.
the beauty of this show. You know what I mean?
That's what it, yeah, and that's what it's got to be. Like, you got to have the, that's what we need to have it as. Like, you know, people, all right, enough of that. Let's laugh. Yeah, you should be able to make that fucking comment. Like, I've seen content creators get so, like, when
They
Mims,
get worked up.
when Mims
over
is
it.
like, all right, let's laugh. Not everybody wants a fucking gray cloud over their head all day. Like, she spoke her piece. She spoke her piece about it and said, all right, enough of it. What do you mean, let's keep it going? Fuck you. I'm telling you, it's bothering me.
Yeah.
So, you know, some content creators
that's
get a
how you
little weird
lose.
with that. Some guys do get a little weird with that for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, nostalgia it's a blessing. You know, memories and nostalgia, it's a blessing. You got to take it.
It is.
You know what? And I
realize it
think,
the older that you get.
yeah, and with dementia, and Kels, you can add to this too.
Yeah.
Dealing with people with dementia, you know, they remember the stuff that was earlier in their life more than they do the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's weird. Our brains kind of
It's a lot of
push a
times
lot
they
of
get
that shit
stuck
out.
into something from their childhood, so you don't know what they're
mom was
talking
the
about.
same way. She would
Your
not.
brain only retains what it thinks is important.
Yeah.
Like,
She would
your memory
remember
could go
stuff from the
because of that.
40s and the 50s. She wasn't like thinking of like
Yep.
the two. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, they
really
remember
weird.
they remember their brother when they were 13, but not their son who's 13.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She thought my
And it's
brother
like
was
one
my
of my ladies
father. I
remembers
mean,
something from the past, but she yells about it and she'll curse you out
How
and everything.
complex the
But I
mind
don't
is.
know what she's talking
Yeah.
about, because if you ask her, you know what I mean, she's just going to tell you something you're not going to understand anyway.
How complex the mind is, man. Like,
And it's like, how sad is it that that's what you're thinking about?
Lotus,
Now, you know what I mean? Like,
Lotus and music brings back a lot of memories for people with
Lotus,
dementia.
my mother could not remember. My mother did not know what day it was, but when my brother would put on NASCAR and they played the national anthem, she
knew every word.
Word for word.
Yep.
That's why I play Golden Girls for her.
But that's because that's the beautiful thing of music, that we can attach memories to it.
She didn't know who the president was. She didn't know what day it was. You know, it was just
like I always say, music makes things better. Like your first kiss, you'll remember the song more than the kiss.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you'll remember the kiss.
I don't know. That might be a guy thing. Girls remember every detail.
No, you may remember every detail, but even hearing the song is going to take you right back to the memory.
Thank you. It was one of the hardest times of my life. That is so.
Yes.
That's why I respect. And everybody has their thing, but I respect Kels so much.
Yeah.
She deals with these people all day long with care and kindness. If you
know that they're to die. I mean, come on, that's all. That's all.
I know when they come in my door, I know they're not leaving in a good way.
They're not leaving alive.
Exactly.
And you treat them with respect and you take care of them.
Dignity.
And
Yep.
Yes, and I just remember. I just praise you so much, Kels. You just don't realize. I think
Mims agrees with you.
Thank you.
That's very sweet.
They're my girl. You form a bond with the people that you sit there spending time with for 8 hours a day. You know what I mean? So
I think Lotus.
I can't be anything but
excuse
nice.
me. I think Mimster agrees with you about women remembering every. She said, "Oh no, I remember my." She's like, I remember every detail. His breath stunk.
I could tell you what he was wearing. I could tell you what I was wearing, where we were standing, the whole nine. And there wasn't no song playing, so that's not going to
work. Lotus. Lotus with some of the trolling that was going on. Obviously, we didn't try to talk about it as much. Pammy knows from when we actually did talk about shit like that. But we got 8 here. I'm pretty sure it's everybody chatting.
Lotus, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, but
what you doing that job? I was just speaking I was just speaking on that.
Yeah. No,
hey,
if you have, you just know. If you want somebody
yes, I do.
You can tell when the people come in, Pam, whether they're there because they care or they're there because they're collecting a paycheck.
That's right.
And
that's why it is that company's best interest to have you in the management that you're in. Because you're gonna do good for that business. Because
that line of work you need to. It's like food. You gotta care. I used to say to people I work with, you can't just come to collect a check when you're making people's food.
Yeah,
like you have to care. You got to care that you're using a fresh vegetable compared to a fucking spoiled one. Like,
Kels treats those people like they're her family, and that's what
Yeah,
you want.
and it sucks because it makes it harder when they do go and things like that. But
She's gonna bathe them the way I would bathe her. She would
Yep.
feed her the way I would feed her. She would give her help. You would give her help and set her straight when she needed to be, just like I would, with love.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's that I don't take for granted at all.
I've done every bit of that too. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
That's how it is, though. Like Lotus said, I hope someone like that takes care of me when it's my time. That's why you should do it. You should take care of people to hope you're taken care of.
The way I say it is, no matter what their past was or what happened before or what I know of it or anything like that, the fact of the matter remains is that they are there because they need me now.
Yeah.
Right.
So no matter what,
And like,
that's what they're going to do.
Not in collecting a paycheck, but it's your job to take care of it.
It's literally, it's my job to take care of your pretty much your every need.
Yeah. I'm going to make
up until I leave this door. And even then, my job doesn't stop.
Exactly.
I get text and phone calls all the freaking time from people at the house. Hey, what do I do for this? Hey, she won't do that. What do I do here? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really
but you know how many workers, if a person with dementia fights them not to take a shower, they give up on them and they forget it. Or
and it's because they might not be, you know what I mean? Like, our ladies are used to certain people giving them one, so they won't get one with specific people. But when it's me or someone else on, they're like, all right, I'll be more they're more docile to agree versus, hey, guess who's going to be on tonight? Do you sure you want to get a shower then? You know what I mean? So it's like you got to pick your poison too.
The fact that you pay attention to that small detail speaks volumes. And the fact that you buy and prepare the food that they like speaks volumes. You cook your food yourself. You know,
that's true, because I'm always asking her what she wants to eat.
That's what I'm saying.
And sharing her food she brings.
A lot of times I take my own lunch and, pretty much every day. And sometimes I'm like, do you guys want some of this? And they're like, sure. So we all eat my food.
I'll grab her McDonald's breakfast and she'll be like, oh, I shared the sandwich with the ladies. So.
Yeah, I'll cut it in here. And there you go.
But you know what?
Anyway, guys,
you're an
all good
angel
things
on
got to
earth.
come to. I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead.
I was gonna just say she's an angel on earth, and that's
why she's a devil. Don't let her fool you. She's a devil.
Shut up! Don't talk.
I am at work. No,
she's a devil here.
Well, sometimes
she's a minx in the bedroom.
Some people bring out the devil in some of this.
I'm telling
you. Trying to say it's me, sis? You trying
sometimes
to say
it just warms the cackles in your heart.
You trying to say it's me, sis? Am I somebody?
No, it's not you.
Very pointedly so, yes.
Yeah. But hey, guys,
it's been great.
Another amazing episode, man. I had such a blast.
It's all Sphinxy's fault.
Yeah. But sis, as always, great show, Pammy. Thank you so much for always.
You know what? I totally appreciate everybody in the chat. I think you're such all great people. Giving all of us just bantering off of each other. It makes me happy, and I always sign off in a happy mood when I leave here.
Thanks.
So I want to say thank you for having me, and we'll see you next week.
Well,
everybody,
your show too. So thank you for having us.
I know, but at the same token, I appreciate the platform. I appreciate the platform, and I hope everybody has a good rest of the week. And remember to tell the people you love them. Okay?
Yeah.
And
such a
I love you guys, and I'll talk to you
tomorrow. We love you too, sis.
All right.
Definitely. Thank you.
Definitely love you.
Love you.
Pamela J, ladies and gentlemen, great co-host, great woman. Guys, I think it can't really be understated what Pamela said there. Like, you're just the banter we're all having with each other in the chat. And it makes you feel good. Like, I don't like missing combos. We missed it last week or the week before. And I'm like,
I think we missed it both.
You do have a good feeling, because, we have good vibes flowing. We always have a good combo. We always end it with like, hey, take these good vibes forward with you.
Well, we always end Sunday.
And, that's what it's all about. It's all about this experience with each other, getting to know each other and
exactly
trying to understand this crazy shit.
Swapping life experiences. I mean, how else are you going to get other experience? You can't. I
You
always
can't
tell
figure
the
out
kids,
life all by yourself. You need other people
well, it's like I tell the kids, you got to learn from other people's
Yep.
mistakes because you do not live long enough to
To
make
make
them
them
all
all.
yourself.
Mhm.
So you have to, otherwise you're not learning shit.
Exactly. 100%. But anyway, guys, you are fucking awesome. Thank you so much. Take these good vibes with you through the day, through these YouTube streets, and never forget this shit is entertainment. Some people take it more serious than others, and you have to take that into perspective as well when dealing with situations. Is the person I'm dealing with, are they super invested in this, or are they joking and trolling and trying to get a rise out of me? So every situation's different. Just try to have fucking fun, laugh more, end the beef that's not that deep, shit like that. And with all that being said, we appreciate you guys. This is Convos, brought to you by Dirty Kenzo Productions. Convos with Murph Kells and Pamela J. We come to you guys every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. We talk about this shit no one else wants to. Critical thinking and common fucking sense. As rare as that shit is anymore. Salute to everybody who calls themselves a friend, a foe, a family member, or a cult member.
Do you want to start a cult?
Day one. Okay, are you working or not, Clip? What the fuck? We'll be right back with a final goodbye, guys. I was trying to say that and it cut me off and then it went back on. It just needs to make up its damn mind. Convos brought to you by Dirty Kenzo Productions. Appreciate y'all.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Dirty Kenzo Production.
We appreciate you guys. We will see you again here Sunday morning for Nostalgic Breakfast. Make sure you reach out by email or on Instagram for the private link. We do that underground for a time being. And otherwise, we'll see you guys again here next week on Combos for episode 25, quarter piece. With that being said, I am Murph for my sis Pamela J, my beautiful wife Queen Kells. We will see you guys next week. This has been a Dirty Kenzo production and ends our broadcast day. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Bye.